Good morning. Our
Hello.
director is with me.
Hello. Are we ready to go?
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Pele. Hello. That me?
Hello.
Pele.
Yes, good to go, sir.
Hello.
Good
Are
to
we
go,
ready to
sir.
go?
But 12 is my presentation. 12.
Hello. That me?
Yes, good to go, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings from Nagaland Science and Technology Council and Department of Science and Technology, Govt of Nagaland. Respected Sri Munomokikon, Honorable Advisor, Science and Technology, NRE and IT, Govt of Nagaland. Sri Oti Chimak, Principal Secretary, Science and Technology, and Chairman, Nagaland Science and Technology Council. Distinguished speakers from different institutions and departments, respected dignitaries from Departments of Science and Technology, Government of India, dignitaries from other state Science and Technology Council, and esteemed participants. I welcome you to the inaugural program of Vigyan Utsav, which is part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to celebrate 75 years of our independence and progressive India. Vigyan Utsav, the Festival of Science, which is a one-year-long program initiated by DST Government of India, will be starting September 2021 and will culminate in August 2022. This event will depict state-level Sti ecosystem through 12 identified themes. The themes are human capacity, R&D infrastructure, indigenous technologies, startup ecosystem, science communication, women scientists, science and society, future technologies, innovations, translational research, industry for self-reliance, and intellectual property rights. All these things will be celebrated individually or every month by all the state S&T councils. The theme for the inaugural for this month is STI institutions in the state. Today we have in a panel of speakers plenty of distinguished speakers who will be presenting their presentation. I wish the interaction will be fruitful and a big success. Thank you. Now I will give the time to Sri Oti Chimak, Principal Secretary and Chairman NASTEC, to give the welcome address.
Greeting and welcome. Honorable Advisor, Science and Technology, Non-Renewable Energy and Telecommunication, Government of Nagaland. Officials from Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, esteemed speakers from various state government departments and institutes, officials from different state science and technology councils and other institutes from India joining in today's event. As we celebrate Vigyan Utsav as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav under the identified theme STI Ecosystem for Atma Nirbhar Bharat through State Science and Technology Council Network, Nagaland, Science and Technology Council is happy to be hosting today's event. The program is to showcase and celebrate the achievements of the past 7.5 years of independence through Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, in association with State Science and Technology Councils, is showcasing emerging science, technology, and innovation ecosystems and its contribution towards achieving a self-reliant India. We have invited few science and technology institutes from the state to participate in this event, and I extend our welcome to them to this program. This event is offering an opportunity for the state various science and technology councils from all over the country, and also the various related institutes within the state to associate with each other in achieving the vision of Atma Nirbhar Bharat. I wish this celebration a grand success. Thank you.
The participants in this very important event, aptly termed the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, to promote the Sti ecosystem for Atma Nirbhar Bharat. The Government of India, through the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, has initiated this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to celebrate and commemorate the 75 years of progressive India. India at 75 has come a long way, and in order to be part of the All India program, the Department of Science and Technology has also started this one month, one theme initiative, and by this month till August 2022, we will have 12 themes which has been identified, and every particular state councils will coordinate and prepare the framework accordingly. So today is the first event to showcase the efforts of the Nagaland state, and I'm happy that the Nagaland Science and Technology Council has initiated this program in line with the Government of India's initiative and also with the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, whose birthday happens to be today also. And I would like to wish all the resource persons who are going to present on the same theme today. I would not be available physically, therefore I'm sending you this video of the inaugural address for the reason that we have a union minister in Kohima for IT and skills who is visiting and inaugurating the software technology part of India in Nagaland. So in conjunction with that, we are also having this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and towards ensuring that India achieves self-sufficiency, we would welcome and carry on or carry forward the discussions based on the presentations made by the resource persons, to be made by the resource persons today. I wish you all the best, good luck, and we hope to have a meaningful discussion today. Thank you and all the best. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. That was the inaugural address by Sri Mulumapikon, our honorable advisor, Science and Technology, IT and NRE, Government of Nagaland. Thank you, sir, for the inspiring words. Now I give the time to Pele to take over the rest of the program. Pele.
Now we will have Sri Kekonil L2, scientist, Nagaland Science and Technology Council. He will be presenting Sti Ecosystem in the state, strength of S&T Council.
Hello, good morning. Greetings from Nagaland Science and Technology Council once again. Respected officials of the Department of Science and Technology, distinguished speakers, and all the participants. Now I would like to take a short time highlighting the activities of the State S&T Council and also the initiatives we have taken so far. So to begin with, Nagaland Science and Technology Council was registered as a society under the Department of Science and Technology, Government of Nagaland, as an autonomous body in 1999. And since then, the council has started making an interventions in the state with a major manpower available. And in the year 2010, a core grant support was given by DST, Government of India, under SSTP program. Then we have, in the following year, we have the Patent Information Center and Biotech Hub established in 2011. Following it, we have a State Referral Laboratory on Water Quality Testing and Monitoring established in the year 2014. Then later on, we have a State Climate Change Cell established under National Missions on Sustainable Himalayan Ecosystems in the year 2017. Then followed by a State Spatial Data Infrastructure, which was initiated in the year 2018. So these are some of the major milestones since the inceptions. Then now STEC have got an organizational setup as a society at the top, then the governing council, which look after the day-to-day affairs of the council, the secretarial staff, the scientific staff, and the project staffs. The mandate of the council is to be the nodal agency to catalyze or implement and coordinate the S&T activities in the state, to popularize and promote science and technology in the state, to uplift the economic status of rural population through intervention with science and technology, to develop science and technology and its application through research and harnessing the rich bioresources and indigenous traditional knowledge system with science and technology know-how, to identify priority areas of science, technology, and environment for long-term development of the state. Currently, the State Council have got the following divisions and facilities at present. We have a Remote Sensing and GIS Application Center. We have a branch for science popularizations, a division for biosciences, a division of engineering wing, a chemistry and analytical science, a biotechnology hub, patent information center, state referral laboratory for water quality testings and monitoring, and we have got a state climate change cell and state spatial data infrastructure. Now, under the core grant support, we have got a manpower in this format. We have 1 scientist C, 2 scientists C, 1 scientist B, technical assistant 4, EDC 1, technician 1. So a total of 10 manpower from core grant support. Then we have under state grant and aid, we have got 8 supporting staffs, which are mostly of the secretarial and few technicians. In the branch of science and technology popularization, we have a regular program such as National Science Day celebration and National Mathematics Day celebration. These are regular programs which are conducted throughout the state on a regular basis on the appointed date of celebration. Apart from this National Science Day and National Mathematics Day, we used to have invited lectures, popular talks. Then we have a need basis. Some of the areas which are confronting the societies, we put out awareness programs and give an outreach programs and workshops based on the needs of the society. These are some of the highlights of science popularizations. Then we have a division of remote sensing and GIS application. This has been the core activities of the NASTEC since its inception, and today it carries out all the national networking and flagship programs for the state. We also undertake under this wing programs specific to state's needs. It also remains as the core activities of the council even today. It renders consultations, outsource result data to various line departments in the states, namely Department of Tourism, Department of Forest Ecology and Environment, Department of Land Resources, Public Work Departments, Planning Department, and other local government and non-government organizations. Then under this remote sensing and GIS, it has an interventions for the states. We have completed a numbers of projects which are mostly of the national flagships and national networking programs, such as land use, land cover mapping. So this LULC map of Nagaland is already prepared and is published. Then land degradation mapping, which is already prepared and published. We have wasteland monitoring projects, which is also prepared and published. National wetland inventory and assessment, which is already prepared and published. We have road information system, which is successfully completed and the maps are prepared. Then we have a national wasteland change analysis project. Under this comparative wasteland changes analysis for the previous years is done, and some cycles are still ongoing. Applications of remote sensing and GIS in sericulture development. Here we have already prepared a suitability map, that is area potential map for sericulture in Nagaland. whereas some of the few districts which are yet to be done are in the process of continuation. Then we have National Urban Information System, which is completed for Dimapur and Makuchun. Then we have urban sprawl of Kohima town. An urban sprawl map of Kohima is already completed and published. Then we have a carbon pool project under which a soil carbon stock is done for the states of Nagaland. Then we have mapping the neighborhood project. Under this program, various schools, both in urban and rural, were trained with GPS for mapping their own neighborhood. Then we have a natural resource database management system for Kohima district, which is completed and prepared. And we have a Rajiv Gandhi National Drinking Water Mission. Under this project, groundwater prospect map for Nagaland is prepared and published. Then we have currently the Chaman project, which is ongoing. And we have got an integrated water management program monitoring, which is also ongoing. So these are some of the representative maps, pictures, which we have already developed. This is for Mulberry. This is ground prospect mapping. Then we also have got a Bioscience Division. This division was incepted with the establishment of Biotechnology Hub in the Council in the year 2011 with the support of the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. Since the inception, the division conducts local specific research and development programs and projects under various calls and also in collaborations with the institutes outside the states. Then we have here under this facility, we have got instrumentation facilities and technical facilities, and we have got a trained technical manpower as well as the experts here who provide students and scholars for carrying out research projects, their dissertations, and other thesis works. On a regular basis, hands-on training and workshops are also conducted for students and scholars. Then we have under this division, we have some few projects which we have successfully completed. One is organic replication program with science and technology inputs in Nagaland. The other, socio-economic upliftment of farmers through methane-based farming. Then popularization and dissemination of technology of biopesticides formulations among the farmers of weaker sections in any regions. This has been done in collaboration with the Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, Bangalore. Then we have value additions of agro-produce through use of solar heat, air heaters and heat pump in Nagaland. This is carried out in collaborations with the IIT Bombay. Then we have pilot scale optimization for standardizations of processing and agro techniques of selected high-value aromatic and medicinal plants, including technology demonstrations and extension for socio-economic upliftment. This has been done in collaboration with the Indian Institute of Integrated Medicines, Jammu. Then we have a chemical ecology for northeastern regions, which is linking the researchers of the Bangalore scientists. And here we have got from among the Northeast, we have got many institutes involved, and also the this program is for capacity building of the northeastern regions, especially in the field of biotechnology and biosciences for in-depth research. And this program is ongoing. And under this program, we have got for Nagaland, we have got 3 projects undergoing through this program. One is the chemical ecology of oak borer. The other is the chemical ecology of Tazonha, a potent anti-rheumatic plant. And one is the project for traditional fish poisoning plants. Then we have another ongoing project, which is study of gingerberaceae in Nagaland, which is also ongoing. Then we have got this biotechnology hub, which was funded by DBT in 2011. This has been created to maintain state-of-the-art biotechnology research laboratory in the state, and also for the host institute. Here we have regular capacity building programs especially in biosciences and particularly in biotechnology, hands-on trainings, outreach programs, popular talks, and also guides to research projects. And all those summer trainings, winter trainings are being conducted under this biotechnology hub. This is also to facilitate and promote applications of biotechnology on indigenous bioproducts of Nagaland by harnessing indigenous traditional knowledge and practices with interventions of science and technology in the state. Then we also, under this program, it is to develop human resource in the field of research and innovative entrepreneurs in the biotechnology line. Then so far, the biotechnology hub of this council has mentored. We have guided in establishing the BLIS program of the DPT in this higher secondary of Dimapur and Kohima. This is biotech hub facility, then training. Then this launch of chemical ecology program by Dr. Harshvardhan in 2016. This is a representative photo of the projects, some of the projects. Then we have Engineering and Technology Development Division. This division, since the inception, has successfully implemented various projects on micro hydro projects in the state, which is first of its kind in the States, executed by our own local technocrats. Then we have also here under this program, we have pilot projects on rainwater harvesting structures. Then we have developed some few technologies which are for rural, for upliftment of rural and which are feasible for hilly terrain. Under this, we have microhydro project at Kevitso, which is completed and commissioned. Then the technology development of feed crusher. By the local name, a feed crusher called PD is developed and the technology is already being transferred. Then we have a biomass dryer, which is a biomass fired dryer, is developed for the rural area. And this technology is also been transferred to agency for mass production. Now we have another Ngueki microhydro project, which is completed. And then we have some rainwater harvesting projects, which are already completed. Then we have microhydro project at Ziza. Then development of field agri-tools and equipments, which is also completed. These are some of the representative photographs. These are the technologies developed by Nestec. This is PD feed crusher. So these have got an advantage over the other feed crusher. So we have developed improvised, and then this is at present in high demand in the States because of its advantage over the other existing feed crusher. Then we have got a biomass fire dryer, which doesn't require electricity. This is we use firewood and other biomass for drying, which is smoke-free. And then it's a low temperature drying, which is 55 to 65 degrees Celsius. And then this consumes very less biomass as compared to other dryer, which are in existence here in locally. Then we have analytical chemistry. Under this wing, the interventions we have a safe drinking water plan, which 13 nodes, 13 numbers, and 13 locations are being implemented. Then in the year 2014, a state referral laboratory for water quality testing and monitoring was established in the council, which to give service to the states. And under this program, following up of this program is as the first steps towards realizing this goal, water quality mapping for Kohima and Parent District is underway. These are some of the representative photographs again, the inaugurations and the lab facilities. Then we also have a state climate change cell. This has been established under National Mission Program on Climate Change, under National Mission for Sustaining Himalayan Ecosystem. The cell is established in 2017. It is mandated for carrying out vulnerability and risk assessment on climate change for the entire state. Then it's also for creating awareness and capacity building, creation of portal on climate change and networking. And with the progress of the cell, the state government has now designated the cell as a climate change studies and knowledge center, which is envisaged under the state action plan on climate change. Next, we have a Patent Information Center. This was established in 2011. This is the nodal organization in Nagaland for dealing with the IPR issues. And the objectives of the center are to create awareness about IPR among the people in states and neighboring region and enable patent searches using modern software to facilitate universities, industries, government departments, and R&D institutions for patent filing and searches, GI registration, copyright, new plant varieties, etc. To create IPR cells in universities and institutions of higher education, training and capacity building and post-patent filing activities, carrying out a patent search, using modern software to guide the inventor in respect of patenting their inventions. Here, currently, we have a patent database. The facilities at the PIC, we have a patent database search software, Keswa, that is, we have A, B, and C. Then, regularly, consultancy service are given to the interested department, NGOs, farmers, entrepreneurs, research scholars, and other stakeholders in the state. Then we have a collections of book reference on IPR, which are available in the NASDAQ library, which is used as a central facility for the stakeholders. Then so far, the Patent Information Center of the Council has set up the 5 IPR cells in the state. One is at Nagaland University, that is School of Engineering Technology, Dimapur, under Biotechnology Department. Then the other is at Patkai Christian College under Geology Department. Then we have Nagaland University campus, that is, Lumami campus, we have a cell there. We have a Kohima Science College, which is an autonomous college, science college at Jotsoma. Then we have a cell under the Department of Industries and Commerce. These are some of the GIs from Nagaland. Naga Mircha, Naga Tree Tomato, and then Chakarsan Salts. This Chakarsan shoals has been facilitated by NASDAQ just some few years back only. Now, we have a scientific instrumentation facility in the council, which are being used by the students, scholars, and the researchers alike from the council on a regular basis. So we have these facilities which are used as a kind of central instrumentation facilities for the state, especially this, the colleges and universities which are in and around Kohima and also from other parts of the states. Since we have the infrastructure facilities for research are not that much in the state, so this has been a huge boost to the researchers at present. We have microbial culture lab, we have molecular biology lab, a chemical ecology lab, a sterilization water distillation unit, an analytical lab, under which we have got these instruments, LCMAs, GCMAs, atomic absorption spectro, USPLC, GC, electroantinogram, etc. So these are some of the major instrumentations which we have, and these are also being used by the stakeholders, I mean the researchers and students for their research purposes. Then some major S&T institutions in the state. Sorry. We have Nagaland University. We have got a single government-owned university, which is Nagaland University. Then very recently we have we have the state has, the state got a university, which is called St. Joseph University, but it is a privately owned. Then we have a National Research Center on Mithun, Medziphema, Dimapur. Then we have got a ICAR, that is in the Council of Agricultural Research, NEH region, Nagaland Center at Medziphema, Dimapur. Then we have got National Institute of Technology, Dimapur. Then Central Institute of Horticulture, which is also in Medziphema, Dimapur. Then we have got a SASAR, School of Agriculture, Sciences and Rural Development, which is under Nagaland University. So these are some of the highlights for the councils. So thank you so much for your patient hearing, and I give the rest of the time to the chairman.
Our next presenter is Dr. Akili Sama, Dean, School of Agriculture Sciences and Rural Development, Medziphema, Nagaland. Madam, you can take your time.
Okay. Share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Department of Science and Technology, for giving us this time. Even though Sir Mambimo is not here, but just to address him, and also all the resource persons from different departments, Science and Technology, NRC, Mithun, ICAR, CIH, NIT, Land Resource, Kohima Science College, and SARS. Good morning to everybody. And today, I just want to share a little bit of the activities that is being carried out by SASART Nagaland University, Medziphema campus, in regards to science and technology innovation in the state. But before that, just wanted to share a little bit about SASART. Of course, many of you will be knowing, but then I just thought that it's an opportunity for me to say a little bit about SASART. So SASART was established earlier as College of Agriculture under NIHU in the year 1978. Then it was upgraded to School of Agriculture, Science and Rural Development in 1985. And then it became the integral part of Nagaland University when it was established in 1994. And then now ICAR has recognized this institute and in the year 2006. And therefore, after that, we have been getting grants from development. And all our degrees, right, from BSc, MSc, and PhD in different departments have been aggregated and recognized by ICAR. Our vision is to become, to be one of the premier institute in the field of agriculture science and allied disciplines through teaching, research, and extension. And our mission is to impart technical education, produce skilled human resource in the field of agriculture and allied sectors, and also to develop and disseminate agriculture technologies for the stakeholders to uplift the socioeconomic condition of our people. So we have 12 departments and we have around 55 teaching faculty because some retires and some new one comes. So it's just this thing, it goes up and down. So 55 faculties and about 200 non-teaching staff. And at the moment we have 600 plus students going through this post-doctoral program, master's degree and BSc, bachelor's degree. Besides the research work that we do in our master's level and PhD level, we also have a lot of other projects. And so I just want to highlight a little bit about what are the projects that we have. And one of the main projects that we have is from ICAR, which is the ICAR funded regular ASRP Center. This means All India Cooperated Research Projects, which we have in 6 different aspects: vegetable, honey, linseed, pigeon pea, pig, and soybean. And we have technical staff under all these projects. Besides this, we also have various externally funded projects, research projects that is going on, which is funded by ICAR, also DBT, then different, even from the some from the state government, and also from Department of Atomic Energy, and various other, even from NEC. Then one of the big projects that we have is from the Ministry of Donor and implemented through NEC, which is called Science and Technology Intervention in Northeast region. And this has for all the Northeast, and Nagaland fortunate enough to get the first center. So just to give a gist of what is going on in these various projects, I won't go into details, but just to highlight few of this. Under ACRP vegetable, which we have a full-fledged regular center. Earlier times, there was a little, lack of human resources, but then for last 2-3 years, we have a full-fledged scientists out there, and especially we have a plant breeder now in the center, and therefore we are taking up a lot of activities. So technology developed so far in terms of vegetable production is 4, and vegetable protection 2, and we now have a lot of genetic materials that are being collected and registered with NPPGR, New Delhi. And so these are some of the list of vegetables that we are registered, we have registered, and also in the process. So we do a lot of collection, evaluation, and conservation of vegetable germplasm under this center. We also have ASRP on honey, bee, and pollinators, and this center is also picking up very quickly with the scientists in place now, and they have also come up with innovative, ideas, and they have developed this bee box, and just to show you this, and then we also have ASRP on soybean, and they're also doing a lot of work and identifying the most resistant soybean germplasm against various diseases. So these are some of their works. Then we also have ASRP on pigs, and here this is also doing a lot of good works here. And one of the scientists out here had been able to identify some of the local breeds and doing a lot of good works and also producing. And there are some success stories also in this production of quality piglets. This scientist, our lecturer, Dr. Catherine, has also come up with an innovative operation table. This is just a demonstration that she had done with her team in Sasar. We also had a faculty, Dr. Sahu, who also developed a very innovative stove, a biomass cooking stove, and this has also been registered. We also have ASRP on linseed, and there are a lot of works going on, especially with regards to frontline demonstration and trainings. Then we also have ASRP on pigeon pea, and that is also a lot of line of works that I've just highlighted here, but I won't go into details. So a lot of works are going on there. Then we also had a project called DUS, that is Distinctness, Uniformity, and Stability Project, which is just completed. Then we have also a seed hub. This one, actually, it's a very good project, but then we still have to collaborate very closely with the state government to let it really become effective. We are working towards that. We also had one project from the Department of Atomic Energy, and this is also going on well. We've been able to create a lot of awareness. One of our faculty is also working on the contribution of non-timber forest produce, and a lot of work is being done, and this is done in collaboration with the state government. These are some of the activities. Then besides this, we also have this in vitro mass production of high value hill bananas, and some of our faculties are already working in this, both in the production as well as the protection aspect. So this is the production. This is sponsored by DBD. And we also have, again, ICR, ASRP on spices. And these are some of the works and identified species of ginger and the trials that is going on at our farm. We also have a project on the ASRP project on fruits, and especially they're working on the lychee in terms of bagging and girdling. as I was saying that we have a big banana biodiversity project and it's biotechnological research, and this project has just started in 2018, sponsored by DBD. Recently, we have set up a satellite lab, which is all India, and then through Assam Agriculture University, we have just recently set up, and our line of work will be on isolation, characterization, and mass multiplication of microbial bioagents and biopesticides. This is the one that I was saying. This is another one is for the production, and another is the protection. So this is the plant protection aspect on biodiversity. We also have ACRP on SISAM. And as I was saying, that one very important project that we got from Ministry of Donor, and which is being implemented through NEC, and this is Science and Technology Intervention in Northeast, and through the help of our officer there in Donor, we had Nagaland had been the first one to get this center, and our main focus is to synthesize our local in the entire state on relevant technology. And here what we do, we create a lot of awareness about science and technology intervention, and also to have this entrepreneurship ecosystem. And besides the hands-on training, we also have technologies, various technologies that are being parked here in our demonstration place, and we have this training program here. And besides that, we also try to have this incubation. So we are starting with Incubation Center, and we have just started. And so on this, some of the technologies we have already started. So we have been able to successfully have some of the incubators coming and working here, especially utilizing this multi-purpose dryer, then banana fiber extraction, and then the oil distillation unit, and also starting with vermicomposting. So these are some of the works, and now as was told to us in a letter, to share some of our concerns. And so I hear, as from the Nagaland University, from a central university involved in agriculture and allied sectors, we have some of our concerns that we would like to share with our state government, as well as with other institutions that are here in Nagaland. I think this is from our point of view. I mean, along with my faculties, just we shared together and we thought we'll present this. So this, we feel that there's a lack of requisite innovation ecosystem in the state. And I think we can have a better coordination to have this better innovation ecosystem. I was just listening to the lecture given by a scientist in, just now before me, and there are lots and lots of good projects, and they have really been doing great job. And likewise, when we go to the state government meetings, we also find a lot of state government when they're present, and we find a very good works that are being carried out. And likewise, when we, ICAR is doing great works, and other institutions, CIH, and everyone seems to be, they are doing a real great work. And we feel that we're also doing good enough work. But in ground realities, many a times we feel that the things are not really working out well. So I think it's more important that to understand we are not an island on our own. We are not, to work in isolation, but I think to work in more collaboration. And I think with the kind of facilities, the kind of resources that we have in terms of human resource, in terms of the facilities that the government is giving, I think we all can work together, and I think bring a lot of impact in the state, which is not, to our opinion, is not happening at the moment. And I think we need to really work together. There is also a concern about the absence of an accountable research ecosystem, and the absence of a requisite research and innovation governance framework. We also feel that there is a weak in multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary research and innovation in the higher educational institutes. And I think there's a low level of linkage between private sectors and the Department of Science and Technology, and also in the institutions of higher learning, including SASARD, Nagaland University. We also feel that there's a low participation of grassroots level organization in research and innovation ecosystem. and the absence of mechanism to integrate traditional knowledge system and grassroots innovation into the overall education, research, and innovation system. And there is a weak collaboration between grassroots innovators and scientific communities and organizations. So these are some of the concerns that we feel that I think is weak points in our state. And I think if we can work on this, I'm sure we will have a greater impact than what we have now. So I think we need a lot of coordination among the concerned institution departments, both government as well as the private. And I feel that instead of basing ourselves more on the push-based science, technology, and innovation ecosystem, I think we can shift to pull-based STI ecosystem. We need to already, the department has highlighted, there are a lot of awareness being created in the school and colleges, but I think we still have to do more to create much more awareness in the schools and colleges. And in the state policies, I think it is important to include the real innovators, the grassroots organization, the scientists, and all that in panel to draft out the policies whenever it is done. And I think by including them, I think we will be able to have a more, more coordination and better approach and create a better, higher impact. That's what I feel. And so instead of having a push kind of ecosystem, we can have a full ecosystem. This is what I wanted to share. And thank you once again for patient listening. And thank you, the Department of Science and Technology, for giving us the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for your presentation. I believe your concerns will be highlighted to the higher authority so that we can work together in future. Now, our next presenter will be Dr. M.H. Khan, Director, ICAR, National Research Center on Mithun, Medziphema, Nagaland. Sir, you can take your time. Sir, your audio is mute. Sir, can you unmute your audio, please? Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can go ahead with your presentation.
The slide is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Very good morning. Now going to noon now to all of you. Honorable MLA and Advisor Science and Technology, IT, NRE, Government of Nagaland. Principal Secretary and Chairman, Science and Technology, Government of Nagaland. The dignitaries present over here, Madam Dr. Kalisema from CESARD, Dr. S. Venugopal from NIT Nagaland, Dr. Besha from ICAR Nagaland Center, and Dr. Robin Lothar, Director, Land Resource Department, Government of Nagaland, Dr. Lily Sema, and Joint Director, the State Agriculture Research Station, and all the scientists from Science and Technology Department, Nagaland. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for giving me this opportunity to share my research work as well as some extension activities and outreach activities performed by ICAR and RC Mithun. So this is a diversified audience, so I will keep my presentation very simple and easy to understand. So my topic today, I will be discussing about the Mithun, which is a very important natural resource of this region. So let us start. the presentation. First of all, about the NRC Mithun. The NRC Mithun was established in the year 1987 on 15th October in a village Purva of Fake district of Nagaland. But later on, this institute was shifted to a present location, which is in Medziphema, Dimapur district, Nagaland, and institute started functioning from 2nd June 1988. We have two campuses now, the main campus, the Medziphema Dimapur, and substation that is in Purva Fake district, Nagaland. Our vision is to preserve, conserve, and propagate superior quality Mithun germplasm for sustainable production system and subsequent utilization for better nutritional and socioeconomic support to the farmers. Our mandate are identification, evaluation, and characterization of Mithun germplasm available in the country, conservation and improvement of Mithun for meat and milk, and to act as a repository of germplasm and information center on Mithun. Mithun, as we know, that this plays a very important role in the socio-economic and cultural life, not only in the Nagaland, but other Mithun-bearing states also. And Mithun commands the highest value equivalent to gold, because in olden days, it was used in the barter system. And now also in some of the remote villages, Mithun is used as a barter system, part of the barter system. It is the only animal, only livestock we can say, that is the state animal of the two states, that is Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland. And Mithun also appears in the seal of the government of Nagaland. So this is very important. And phylogenetically, origin-wise, if you can see, it is different. Its origin is completely different from that of the cattle and goat. Geographical distribution, if you can see, Mithun globally, if you see, it is restricted in a very limited geographical area that starts from the Bhutan, Eastern Himalayan range, and after Bhutan it comes to Arunachal Pradesh and Indo-China border, Indo-Myanmar border. Part of the China, that is Yunnan province, and it comes further down along the Arakan Hills to Nagaland and adjoining part of the Myanmar, and it comes further down to Manipur and Mizoram. Mithuns are also found in the Bangladesh, some are found in Thailand and Malaysia also. Population trend, if you see, from 1987 to 2019, there has been 191% growth.
Excuse me, sir. Now interrupt once. There is a background noise that is coming from your side. Background noise,
Yeah,
which is a little bit troublesome here. So if you're able to fix it, background noise.
I don't know what kind of noise is coming, but here there is no noise. Yeah,
There is a background noise.
I kept my mobile away also, so I don't think there is no noise. Maybe fan. Should I close the fan? Wait.
We are not very sure, but yeah, still,
Is it okay now? I close the fan. Is still coming? Hello? Should I continue? Sir, I also cannot hear you properly, but here, sir, in my room there is no noise. No noise at all. But I also
mute your system once.
okay.
Sir, perhaps that could be your system fan. We don't know for sure, but I think we have to bear with that in that case.
Go ahead with you.
Sir, you can go ahead. We have to bear with that. If you can able to kindly speak louder, then I think that will do the job. Kindly continue, sir. Sir, your system is in mute mode. Yes, yes. Now I think that's fine. Now it's getting clear. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hello. Audible now?
The sound, yeah, the sound is quite less now.
Okay.
Sir, you may kindly go ahead.
Thank you so much. So the population trend, if you see from 1987 to 2019, there has been a 191% increase in the population of Mithun. And compared to the last census, there is 30.6% increase in the Mithun population. Total Mithun population in India is 3.9 lakhs. Coming to the, if you see, if we compare from the last census, see the population trend of the different livestock species, and we will find that Mithun has shown the maximum growth rate, 30.6%, and followed by the poultry, sheep, and goat. The state share of the different livestock species, and if we see the Arunachal Pradesh continued 90% of the Mithun population in India, followed by Nagaland 5.99%, and then Manipur and Mizoram. Within the state, to see there is some problem in the system. Yeah, within the state, if you see, Mithun population is in Arunachal Pradesh is 30%. And it is more than the cattle. The highest number of Mithun in Arunachal Pradesh is more than the cattle, and in Nagaland 4.91%, and followed by Manipur and Mizoram. In brief, I will tell about the scientific achievement of ICAR and RC Mithun. We have done the whole genome sequencing of Mithun. We have done the morphometric physical characterization of all the Mithun population in Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, and Manipur. Chromosome profiling and genetic characterization has been done of all the populations. Mitochondrial genome sequencing revealed a close genetic relationship among the different Mithun population in different states, and common origin of Mithun and Gaur from an ancient and extinct boss species. We have developed a formula for determination of the age of Mithun, because it is really a problem under the field condition. Sometimes farmers also, Mithun rearers also do not know the birth date of the animal. So to identify the animals, to identify the exact age of the animal, we have developed a dental formula on the basis of dentition pattern. Nutritional intervention. Nutrition is one of the most important component as far as the animal husbandry is concerned, and it accounts for more than 50%, sometimes it goes up to 70% of the cost of rearing. So we have nutritionally evaluated about 260 feed and fodder resources all across the northeastern region in all the 4 rearing states, and we have developed a low-cost complete feed block technology, mixing these fodders, feed and fodder along with the industrial byproducts. That byproducts is called distillery waste, and this distillery waste are dried and mixed with the grasses, vegetation and leaves, and we developed such kind of these low-cost feed blocks, and these feed blocks can be transported easily. They can be stored for longer time, and it is the good source of nutrition to the Mithun. We also formulated area-specific mineral mixture, because in Mithun husbandry what happens, sometimes due to high rainfall, the mineral content of the soil is leached out, and the soil becomes deficient in the particular minerals. As the soil is deficient, the fodder and trees growing in those areas also deficient in the minerals, and this deficiency is reflected into the animal body also. So to overcome this deficiency, we have developed a area specific mineral mixture that we have got a patent also. So it is available and we are distributing it. We also prepared the mineral mixture. We also prepared the mineral block like this. This mineral mixture, what we developed was in a powder form, but we have developed in the block form to avoid the wastage, and we designed a mineral block dispenser. These blocks are kept in the mineral block dispenser and can be hung anywhere in the tree, in the forest. So it minimizes the wastage and it will be helpful for the methane. We determine the carrying capacity of the forest, because determining the carrying capacity is important in the sense that if the Mithun number in a particular forest is more, then their growth and reproduction will be affected, and we have determined that per hectare of the forest area, 1 Mithun can be kept. Among the reproductive augmentation, we have developed several technologies, like we have developed the protocol for semen collection, freezing of the semen, and artificial insemination in Mithun. We have established a semen bank at our institute, and we implemented 100% artificial insemination at our farm. Standardization of cryopreservation protocol for Mithun embryos. For Mithun embryos also we developed a protocol for preservation as well as the embryo transfer technology. We have studied the follicular dynamics, and we have developed an innovative method of semen collection by using the electroejaculation technique. Superovulation and embryo transfer we have already standardized, and we produce the calf, embryo transfer born calves. These are the 2 calves were born in the year 2012. There are some common diseases of Mithun, and diseases which can be divided into 2, infectious and non-infectious one. Infectious diseases are caused by the bacteria, caused by the virus as well as the parasites, while the non-infectious diseases are caused by such as the leech infestation, tick infestation, tympani, debility, anemia, and hypovitaminosis. So, for the treatment of these diseases and better understanding of the farmers, we have developed a Mithun health calendar. And if you look at the Mithun health calendar, you can very clearly understood and very easily understood by the farmers that when the treatment to be given. For example, here is the month of the year, and this is the breeding season from November to April, and cowing season starts from the January to July. Here we can give the deworming for the treatment of the worm inside the body or outside the body of the animal. Deworming can be done in the month of December, January and February, followed by August, June, July and August, 2 times in a year. So deworming should be done 2 times in a year. Likewise, the vaccination. FMD is very common in the Mithun. So FMD vaccination should also be done twice in a year, in the month of November and December first, and then followed by May and June. So by this calendar, a farmer can easily understand the health initiative. This meat is a very important, because Mithun is only reared for the meat purpose, and we have characterized the meat, and we have analyzed all the properties of meat. And the very unique property of the Mithun meat is it contains very less fat as well as less cholesterol. Both are very less. Compared to beef and cow beef, you can see the fat percentage is only 1.04%. Likewise, cholesterol is also very good. Mithun meat is very rich in the calcium, thiamine and riboflavin as well. So it is a very important source of nutrition. We have also developed various products of meats like smoked meat, meat pickles, salami and sausages, etc. Mithun also gives milk. This question we asked in a survey in the farmers of all the 4 states. We have asked many questions, but 2 questions here we put for your understanding. First question was asked, do you believe that Mithun can give milk for human consumption? And you can see 70% of the farmers told no. Means they are not aware that Mithun can also give milk. Second question we asked, that do you think that Mithun will deteriorate meat quality. And here again, 54% of the farmers they said yes, means if we milk the Mithun, it will deteriorate the meat quality. Though there are some misconceptions are there among the farmers about the milk. NRC Mithun has done a lot of studies on the Mithun milk. Likewise, the physical properties of Mithun milk, like color, flavor, taste, appearance, pH, etc. And lactation curve, we studied the Mithun, how long the Mithun can be milked. For example, the day of calving we considered as day 0, and then we start milking the Mithun. And as we see, the milk production initially increases and reaches peak around 90 to 95 days. And then again it gradually declines and slowly becomes very negligible up to 300 days. So we milk the animal up to 300 days, and in a nutshell we can say that Mithun can be milked for a period of at least 4 to 5 months, and average milk production is 1.2 to 1.5 liter per animal. Here is the comparative milk composition. We compare the different breeds like the buffaloes, cow and Mithun. And here also the milk composition, if you see, the fat percentage 8 to 10% in Mithun milk is the highest. Protein percentage also the highest, 6 to 7%. Lactose 4 to 5, and SNF is also highest, 13 to 14%. The quality of the milk is very good. Mithun milk is very good. We have prepared several milk products from the Mithun milk. Other important parameters of Mithun milk are, Mithun milk is slightly antibacterial also. We have done the experiment here in our laboratory, and it is shown some antibacterial, it inhibits the growth of the Staphylococcus aureus and E. coli, and it is comparable to ampicillin and kanamycin. Mithun milk contains calcium, phosphorus in a good quantity. Calorific value of the Mithun, if you see, is 125 kilocalorie per 100 ml, which is almost double to that of the cow milk. So we can say that 1 liter of the Mithun milk, if we add 1 liter of water, it will be equivalent to the 2 liters of cow milk. CLA content in the Mithun milk is also quite high, and the CLA is modified omega-6 fatty acid, which is very good for health. Mithun hide or Mithun skin is a very good quality, produces a very good quality leather with high tensile strength, and Mithun leather is better than the cattle leather, but unfortunately we are not getting the Mithun skin, because here in Nagaland and other states also the people consume it along with the skin. So we are getting problem of getting skin. Some of the animals which we slaughter at our farm, we get the skin and we go for processing and make some leather products. Mithun can also be used as a draught animals. It can, if it is trained properly, it can use for plowing and for the putting of the bullock cart. So at our institute, at our farm, we have trained some Mithun bulls, and they are used for the plowing purpose and for pulling of the cart. So we have some patents. We have got some patents. We have got some copyrights and design patents also, and some are still in pipeline. So among the extension activities or outreach activities, we have performed many activities we are regularly performing, like Mithun Mela and technology awareness programs, semi-intensive units, health camp, vaccination camps, ear tagging, stakeholders meeting, farmers training. These are the training programs we used to conduct every year, and in the last 1 year, we conducted such type number of programs. And our flagship program is the establishment of semi-intensive Mithun breeding model. Why semi-intensive Mithun breeding model is important? Because we know that Mithun is reared under field condition in a free-range system. We are not providing any shelter, any fencing or anything. So it leads to many problems. Sometimes Mithun trespasses into the surrounding agriculture areas, and there is a conflict between the agriculture farmers and Mithun owners. Sometimes We could not attain the Mithun properly, so a lot of Mithun will die because of the disease, because of the FMD, and there is no control of the breeding in this system. There is no control on the feeding. So to avoid this and for better management, we have developed this semi-intensive model of Mithun rearing. Under this system, we are providing a fenced area for Mithun. A complete area is fenced with the barbed wire, and within the fenced area, we are providing a night shelter with this tina shell. We provide the night shelter, and once it is provided, then we can initiate other activities like the vaccination, like deworming and feeding, controlled breeding, etc. So far, we have established around 26 such models, semi-intensive model across all the 4 states, Mithun rearing states. And here you can find the list of the villages where we established the semi-intensive model and the year of establishment. This started with from 2016 onward, these semi-intensive models. And under TSP, we are providing the inputs in the form of GI sheet, in the form of barbed wire. We are providing mineral mixture. We are providing ear tags and different inputs we are giving under tribal supply to the farmers. Mithun Mela we used to conduct to create awareness among the Mithun farmers about the Mithun husbandry. So there are a lot of Mithun Mela we have conducted, and we conduct every year. The last year we conducted 2 Melas in Arunachal, Manipur 3, Mizoram 1 and Nagaland 3. Animal health camp we also used to conduct in the semi-intensive units. These are some of the photographs of animal health camp. Ear tagging. Ear tagging is very important because there is no system of identification of Mithun, and sometimes there is a conflict, ownership conflict. So to avoid this, we are distributing free of cost these ear tags. These are the plastic ear tag with permanent number marking. So to avoid this ownership conflict. And recently we have held some of the stakeholders meeting, farmers training programs and workshop. These are some pictures. And these are the photographs for the distribution. Sometimes we distribute piglets, poultry and feed to support the Mithun farmers, and some samplings also to support the Mithun farmers. These are some photographs. Mithun Mitra mobile app, we developed an app, that mobile app, name of the app is Mithun Mitra. It can be downloaded from the Play Store, and in this app you will have all the information related to Mithun husbandry and its feeding, breeding and all the aspects, and time to time we update this and we upload the advisories in this app. There are some priority issues regarding the first one is the registration of Mithun as a food animal with FSSAI, because we consume Mithun meats and centuries, but still the Mithun is not registered as a food animal under FSSAI. ICAR NRC Mithun has taken initiative and written to FSSAI along with all the supporting documents we have already submitted to FSSAI, and it is under consideration. It is under the Ministry of Food Processing for consideration, and hopefully we will get the registration soon. Developing a bankable scheme for Mithun is a problem because the Mithun farmers comes to us and say there is no loan available for Mithun husbandry. So we took initiative. We had several round of meeting with the NABARD and banking institutions, and now the draft is ready. And the major problem was that there was no insurance for Mithun. So we have also initiated the insurance, and we have talked with the national insurance company, and I am happy to inform you that this insurance policy is now ready for Mithun, and any farmer, they can approach the national insurance company for insurance of their Mithun. So once this is ready, the insurance company, now the banking scheme will be initiated very soon. Preparing the national breeding policy for Mithun. There is no breeding policy for Mithun. It is very important because there are some indiscriminate breeding is going on with crossbreeding with cattle and Mithun, and there is a lot of indiscriminate breeding is going on. To avoid this, we state must develop a national breeding policy for Mithun. we are taking some initiative in this regard. And the last is the creating awareness about the diversified use of Mithun. If we want to make the Mithun husbandry as a commercial enterprise, then we have to diversify it. We have to include the Mithun under the integrated farming system mode to make it use milk, draft purpose, farmyard manure, vermicomposting, etc., so that more and more income may be generated from the Mithun. And the last is the commercial Mithun production is our motto. Our target is to bring the Mithun under the commercial Mithun production system. So that's it. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
Sir, for the presentation on Mithun. And as per our schedule, the next presenter is Dr. Naveen Kumar Patle, but he is in a meeting. So we'll go to the next presenter, that is Dr. S. Venu Gopal, Director, National Institute of Technology, Depapu, Nagaland. Sir, you can take your time. Sir, you can unmute your audio.
Yes. Unmute or I am.
Yes, you're audible. Yes,
Yeah.
take your time.
Good morning to the dignitaries and the participants. I thank Nagaland Science and Technology Council for giving me the opportunity to be with this on this pleasant morning to highlight the work being carried out at NIT Nagaland towards science, technology, and innovation ecosystems. NIT Nagaland is an educational institution of high learning, and the main important thing now is the research. If we are not carrying out the research, particularly which is needful to our society, and also we are not innovating the things, we will be back-seated and our economy won't grow. So for doing research in conducive way and develop the technologies to the useful to the society, a good ecosystem shall be maintained. That's the government is striving its hard to make it, and the scientists who are all engaged, it is their responsibility to maintain the good ecosystem. There's no doubt that so many scientific ideas and everything is there. Only a few only going to be the technology, and it will be giving a breakthrough research. So only good science will produce good technology. So fundamentally, the science is very, very important for any advancement in the society, as well as the development of any gadgets and techniques and so on. With this aim, the NIT Nagaland has given an opportunity for the students to pursue their research. At present, more than 250 scholars are registered for their PhD from the state of Nagaland. It is chronologically increasing in number. The main thrust areas of in Nagaland, in the frontier areas of engineering such as robotics, automation, image processing, machine learning, Internet of Things, IoT technologies. Besides, there are many areas, the fundamental areas of material science, electronic materials are being carried out. In the engineering stage, monitoring and control of machineries and image processing techniques are also being carried out in our institute. Towards that popularizing the science, we have carried out a few works that has matured and translated in the field. I would like to cover those things in this coming lecture. Excuse me. First, in the case, water is very, very important. And Nagaland, it is a hilly area. Water is very much, we have to conserve, and scarcity also more. So first is then getting a good quality water is important. So one of the important work we have translated to the field is water quality monitoring in the state of Nagaland. Quality assessment of drinking water in the state of Nagaland is the main aim. Physical, chemical, and bacterial analysis of the drinking water samples have been taken at different locations and analyzed. Identification of the possible health hazards associated with the drinking water, to find out the possible variable remedial measures for purification and contamination of the water, study on the possible scope for efficient rainwater harvesting, raise awareness on the need of sustainable use of water resources empowerment. The motto is emerge, encourage, reuse, discourage overuse. With this concept, we have developed and our proposed study we have taken in the district of Dimapur with our students. We have located map of sampling sites, a few sampling sites we have taken. And in this sampling site, important analysis we have carried out: temperature, pH, DO, conductivity, and hardness, turbidity, aluminum, chromium, iron, manganese, silver, zinc, fluoride, nitrate, and nitrite, phosphate and sulfate contaminations, and bacterial contaminations. This not only we are carrying out, we are teaching to the local public how to measure in efficient way so that the remedial measures can be taken once these parameters are out of the control or out of the range, specified range. The example we will plot, this is the samples we have taken. This is the iron level. Like this, we have established manganese level, etc., for the usefulness of the society. Then the students, we got an asset. With these students, we are creating awareness. We will go to the field and mingle with the ordinary users and ask them the quality measurements we are doing, and also we are teaching them by means of questionnaire as well as for some programs. Example, in that field survey, we will be conducting the field survey when that the people opinion has been taken. Based on that, the programs has been designed to suit the specific area, suit the specific need, so that individuals can be attended more effectively in this program. Examples of these are the questionnaires we have developed. Is the first taking part in the water management program. Most of the people have told, 85% of the people answered that yes. So only a few as the water awareness program attended. Same also water colors. Then 81 they said it smells, the water smells. And then example, in opinion, water drinking quality. So the society multiple, all these questionnaires will be asked and answers will be obtained from the public, and based on that remedial steps will be taken. Then next course in this same project, water management, the spring shed management. Spring water constitutes a major source of water in different parts of the state, Nagaland state. Unfortunately, many of these springs are under serious threat due to natural and anthropogenic causes leading towards the serious drinking water crisis in the region of Nagaland. NIT Nagaland, in association with Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India, already taken up a major project for the development of spring sheds in Keeper district, Nagaland. In future course of time, it may extend to other states. A few worklines are given below. You see, this is the recharge of the various spring areas has been identified, and possible models have been developed, illustrating how the discharge area, recharge area to be done. Based on that, spring can be how the discharge calculation and all will be made with our students, populations. They will field demonstration to state how to regenerate the spring, how to preserve the spring without getting spoiled. Then some of the concerns issues on spring shed management and strategies to tackle for springtime, spring recharge. Problems are identified and the solutions also we are given. What are the strategies we have to follow? Example, as it well known that most of the rainfall in the mountain regions fail to percolate, seep into the aquifer, and it rather escapes as runoff and do not allow the aquifer to get sufficiently discharged. So building artificial groundwater recharge structures along with the mountain slopes. This includes ponds, trenches, sinkholes, terrace cultivation fields. This ensures that infiltration of the groundwater in this recharge area by trapping this water up during the monsoon, thereby increasing the sprinklers. So these are the problems we are giving solution. The solution has been tried in the field for the common public. You see, one of ours, we have made the artificial plant. Same also the village public has been told how they can make the artificial plant for the spring donation. It is being carried out and it is being translated to the users in the lucid way so that science can be deployed, the common man, for better understanding as well as the efficient of the performance. Some of the another problem, deforestation results in huge loss of flora and fauna diversity. This has a direct impact on climate and rainfall. Deforestation leads to decline the rainfall and causes drying up of the streams. Plantation drive admin avoid planting as a pine trees which can deplete groundwater, which can deplete the groundwater and inhibit the growth of other vegetation. Discourage the cleaning of forest for timber and other cultivations. Adopt sustainable approach for cleaning the forest for development of cultivation. Example, you see, this is an example how the deforestation occurs. This recently took picture in 2021. But you see Nagaland, this is our institute. Even this picture was taken in summer. We see summer also, I peak summer. That summer also we could see some greeneries. So in Nagaland Institute, we are advocating the rainwater harvesting, tree plantation. We are adopting one student, one tree program. Each students who are coming in the institute has to plant one tree. You know that if out of 6 trees, 1 will survive. So based on that, then that also after 20 years it will go. Based on that, this will be it's like a continuous cycle so that we can have the trees more. This deforestation won't occur. Preservation of natural streams and wells. We are preserving the natural streams and wells, and this is a green compass for hunting and tree cutting completely prohibited. Like this, we are preserving and also we are advocating to the public. So awareness program we are creating along with our students. They will create a lot of programs regarding this, particularly in water management, spring rejuvenation, water quality control, all these programs, and it has been translated to the public so that these science ideas of good science ideas will be taken to the public for the better living of our society. Then these are our student programs where our students are actively participating and educating the public about the water management and offering the water solution to conserve the water, to conserve the forest, to protect our ecosystem. If any failures damage our ecosystem, it will be repaired or rebuild that ecosystem. In NIT Nagaland also, whatever the ecosystem disturbed due to our construction activities has been rebuilt, and we are giving back to the original where before the buildings were there, how the ecosystem, same way we are coming with it. Then another important aspect, what we are taking, just using this IoT, the Internet of Things, for the agriculture, because the research also we have to do it region specific. So here agriculture farming one of the toughest hill areas, and that also hill areas because of water, because of terrain. So here to conserve the water as well as to take it to the suitable terrain area, a development, Internet of Things, the gadgets has been developed for smart agriculture. The main objective of this work, develop a low-cost prototype for farmers to do the Internet of Things for smart farming in our country. This prototype includes hardware and software models which can be used to monitor and control the soil parameters of the field. Soil parameter means moisture, pH level, dryness, etc. so that appropriately we can control so that the yield will be higher and the plant won't die. The prototype includes hardware modules such as sensor, microcontrollers such as sensor, monitors and microcontrollers, and software modules such as mobile applicators and website to control the various parameters of agricultural field. Also to promote renewable energy, because renewable energy is one of the important things. One is science and maintaining science, technology, innovation, ecosystem. And at the same time, we have to preserve our ecosystem, also natural ecosystem. You see, the engineering, one of the charges leveled on engineers are that after the Second World War, because of our industrialization, the region has been polluted. Even we have story of the burning of the one fire occurred in Ohio River, America during the Second World War. Even when fire occurs in one river means then that much that river water is polluted with oil and industrial effluents. So to avoid that also we have to promote renewable energy. The science, technology, innovation ecosystem should not affect the natural ecosystem that should not create any climate change. For that, the best use is renewable energy. The renewable energy also we are promoting. Also to promote renewable energy, all the hardware and example for using solar energy, using solar power plants to power this IoT techniques, which can be installed in any field. Example is this is to measure moisture content. Moisture sensor is there. DH20 to measure humidity and temperature. DH22 sensor is there. Rainfall sensor is the rainfall sensor. And then pH sensor is that this sensor will sense. And with these hardware, use the wireless data between the sensor, microcontrollers, and relays. So 6B module is there, microcontrollers, controller, and the raspberry, all will be there used to transfer the data, analyze the data. This Arduino to access the data from the sensor, and this raspberry is for IoT application and control the field parameters. So this is the overview of an hardware. This is the field setup where you can feel in the field the sensors can be installed, and the sensor module there, and control module will be independently controlled. So you can control the pH, humidity in the soil, pH, humidity, water content, dryness, everything, so that you can get good yield with less water and without the plant getting dried up. The same way this technology has been, awareness program is created among the public by the students, volunteers. The students, volunteers conduct frequent programs, and they will move with the agricultural village farmers, and they will translate the idea, it being implemented, and demonstration also have been done in the recent past. Then the another important thing what we have used for the towards this popularization of the science to the reaching actual citizens who are in the field, because all these robotics, automation, all for industrial, slightly high-tech. It will take time for a common person to come to that level, another 10 or 20 years. Whereas these gadgets should reach immediately to the field so that we can get the yield. That's why with this concept, these three, I have taken an example and translated. We have sure if any opportunity, even during our Science Day program, we are displaying all these gadgets, and many of the students are coming from high school area and participating in these high-tech gadgets also. But we will get an opportunity to share our other gadgets with all the participants. Once this pandemic over, I request or I invite all the participants to visit NIT Nagaland to have what the glimpse of the research work towards science, technology, and innovation. And there's also startups. What we are doing, you can come and see, and you can free well come and work here and develop the gadgets to suit overload so that it can be implemented instantly, immediately, and the benefit, the fruits out of it can be ripened. This another is demonstrates the effect of sustainable municipal solid waste management. The focus on the study of the solid waste management, the current solid waste management in Nagaland, municipal waste management in Chibukadima, nearby our the village council nearby our institute. This is to provide a decentralized support for effective and solid waste management. The design of biogas we have taken up. The design a biogas plant at Chumakidima Town Council at material according facility in near Chumakidima, nearby village. The scenario of solid management in plant in Nagaland still in the initial stage. Source segregation as well as waste practiced in rural areas. Rural areas, that management is very well. But in the case of major urban areas, the major problems faced in waste management because the sorting of the waste is not being in effective way because of the accumulation of waste are more in urban areas. Solid waste management in our council, Chumakidima, increase in the waste generation with the growing urban landscape. Lack of financial resources or proper technology, adequate knowledge, and thought and learn long-term planning. Chumakidima Township will come up with a new management strategy to lead with the solid waste, and NIT has supported that program. So, steady area, we have taken the whole Chumakidima material recovery facility, Coach Varu and Chumakidima, this village, we have taken this whole steady area we have taken. In that, that facility we have taken where the bailing and manual segregation of the waste. Our students will be, volunteers will be there assisting and telling how to that segregate, and bailing as the segregation of waste at the facility, how we can segregate in an effective way without contamination or without any inefficient way. Then another is be using that biogas. So in that biogas, we have developed a biogas plants and using the concrete technology already. Many from that Madam Professor Aguila Madam has Khalid Sama has told, and Dr. Khan also debated. Same also we have helped in making this biogas plants in the farm in Sekigima, which is working all right, and we want to build a few more so that all these biological waste can be converted into energy for the usefulness of our fellow citizens. So the waste management study gives the installation of biogas plant at the MRS CTC will provide cooking fuel with the kitchen facility. This will reduce the expenditure of purchasing of coal and LPG, reduces the burden of dump site. That is very important, and utilize the digestible as a value or manure. The future we thought scaling above the biogas plant. Different combination of feedstock ratio can be considered for enhanced gas production. Use of admixtures of feedstock slurry for enhancement of bioproduction. These three are the examples what I can show. Apart from that, the robotics and direct application it will come. So with this, I conclude my talk. Once again, I thank Nagaland State Science and Technology Council for giving me an opportunity to be with you and share of the few research activities of Nagaland with the participants. Once again, I request all the participants to visit NIT Nagaland, and the pandemic is over, and be with our scholars, PhD scholars, and get to know the things, whatever they are doing, how we can implement and dance it. So we can have a big, very good science, technology, and innovation ecosystem in the state of Nagaland. One important thing is science is for finding truth. For truth, one should be honest to find the truth. If the scientists are not honest, then it is difficult to find the truth. So scientists, when doing their research, and they should report honestly their data, so that even the interpretation by one person is there, other can use it. The getting the data is very, very important and costly. So again, I am telling science is for finding truth. For finding truth, scientists should be honest. We should inculcate honesty in our life. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you for the various technology integration programs your institute has conducted. Our next presenter will be Dr. Raj Goa, Joint Director, ICAR, NER, Medziphema, Nagaland. Sir, you can take your time. Sir Raj.
Sharing screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm just starting.
Okay, sir.
A very good afternoon to all of you,
Good afternoon, sir.
respected chairman, and respected Sinmakji, respected Kikonji, Honorable MLA and Advisor, Science and Technology, all the dignitaries present and participated in this very important program. I think this is one of the very good initiative that NASDAQ has taken so that we can just at least come to the virtual platform and learn each other what they are doing. So this is a good learning opportunity. So in the next couple of minutes, I will be just sharing some of the strategies and issues, particularly for hill agriculture with particular reference to Nagaland state, and how ICAR is contributing for addressing the issues that we are facing. Now, in general, next slide. You know that we have one of the very special type of agricultural production system in northeastern hill ecosystem. We have got a lot of diversity in terms of our communities, in terms of our biodiversity, in terms of our geographical area, in terms of our topography. So a lot of diversity is there. Our contribution to country's livestock population is around 1.5%, and our contribution of the total geographical area to the country's geographical area around 5.6%, and we have got around 21.55% area under forest. Agriculture, particularly in this particular ecosystem, is characterized by fragility, marginality, and inaccessibility. Of course, out of the total cultivable area, we can see that 56% area is under low altitude, 33% under mid altitude, and 11% high altitude. Now, our vision is to make agriculture a self-reliant, sustainable, competitive, and inclusive agriculture, which will drive the economic growth and contribute to improve livelihoods, food and nutritional security. This is our broad vision. Now, some of the issues that have been emerging are the burgeoning population, degradation of natural resources, food and nutritional security, and fast degradation of natural resources and climate change. You know that our population has been increasing, and at the same time, our natural pressure on the natural resources are also increasing. Although we are rich in natural resources, but the time has come that how best these natural resources, more particularly the soil, water, biodiversity, all these resources can be sustainably used so that not only the present requirement we can fulfill, but also we can make our resources productive in the years to come for the future generation. If we see our strength, now our region, more particularly the state of Nagaland, is quite rich in natural resources. We have got large workforce, we have got a lot of diversity, huge biodiversity, and most of the farmers are of course small and marginal, and mixed farming system is our normal way of farming, and we have got tremendous potential for development of horticulture and horticulture based industries. If we see the weakness, one of the major weakness is the quality seed and planting material, including the livestock breed, and our farming is mostly rain-fed because we do have got very limited area under irrigation. We have got lot many natural disasters, more particularly the soil loss through erosion, heavy shower, and so on and so forth. Then we have got very less mechanization, market as well as market related aspects are yet to be developed to the desired level. We have got very poor post-harvest management and inadequate service delivery system. If we see the opportunity, now most of the productivity of most of the crops in our state is far below than the national level, as well as many of the agriculturally advanced states of the country. We have got tremendous potential for export. Since our consumption of fertilizer or pesticides in our state is less, so there is also a very good scope for promoting organic farming, of course in selected crop and selected areas. Then there is also tremendous potential for promoting agro-based industry. And as I told you, that horticulture is one of the major area where we can do a lot of developmental works so that the state exchequer can be increased. We do have some trade, particularly here in bordering with many of the other countries. So we have the possible biopiracy, threat of possible biopiracy. Then we have the chances of transboundary diseases, particularly for livestock as well as crop, including crop. Then we have got lack of adequate involvement of young people in farming. So this is one of the issues which we need to consider, that how best we can address this issue so that the young generation are attracted to agriculture. And I will be discussing how ICAR is also involved in addressing some of such issues. Then we have got lack of commercialization technology and threats from climatic extremes. These are some of them. Now, if you see the agriculture per se, our economy is agriculture centric. And our state as well as the region is technology starved, because we have got diverse agricultural situation in which the technology of one situation may not be appropriate for the technology for the other situation. So similarly, our agriculture is mostly subsistence type. And therefore, what happens, the commercial agriculture or the commerce, inclusion of commerce into the agriculture is yet to be achieved. And Zoom is one of the major way of cultivating crops in Nagaland. We have around roughly 1 lakh hectare, 96,720 hectares is under Zoom cultivation. And our agriculture is low input agriculture, low risk bearing ability, as well as low productivity. Although we are receiving a lot of rainfall, more than 2,500 millimeter of average annual rainfall, but we are equally thirsty, particularly during our winter season or post-rainy season, leading to difficulty in expanding our crops during the post-monsoon period. We are very much poor in post-harvest management, market infrastructure, and the soil health is also continuously deteriorating because of the lot of natural as well as man-made problems. Then mechanization is one of the major limitations, and many a times we come across with the poor skill and capacity with our stakeholders. Now, what are the major challenges, particularly we are facing presently, is the productivity and income enhancement. Honorable Prime Minister has envisaged that by 2022, our farmers' income has to be doubled. Now, this is really a challenge, how best we can enhance the income of the farmers. If we see the productivity, if we really adopt the modern technology, there is every chances that we can increase the productivity by 25 to 50% from the present level. Then lot of climate counteracting or stress counteracting technologies are already available, and if those technologies are properly put in place, then many of the issues related to climate variability can be addressed. We have got specialty agriculture, tremendous scope for specialty agriculture, more particularly the king chili, honeybee. There are some other crops where we have got special strength. For example, cultivation of ginger, cultivation of turmeric. So there is a lot of issues, challenges, that how best we can just convert from this subsistence level of farming or production as well as the processing to the commercial level. Then post-harvest processing, all these things are the need of the hour so that the educated youth can be attracted towards agriculture and income of the farmers can be enhanced. Now, there is also need for farm mechanization, because our situation is quite different from the mainland or the plain area. Our situation is very much undulating of different altitude. So the implements or the tools which are suitable for plain area may not be appropriate for many hilly situations. So that's why there is need that how best we can modify those prototypes, and whatever available prototype for hill ecosystem is there, how best those can be percolated down to the ultimate users. And then there is good scope for capitalizing organic farming, as I have told that we are having very less consumption of fertilizer, pesticide, or any synthetic inputs. Then location-specific integrated farming system modules are very much important, particularly states like Nagaland, as because most of the farmers are small and marginal, and accessibility is also a problem. So in order to create employment generation around the year, as well as to fulfill the food and nutritional security, I think integrated farming system is one of the options. And we have demonstrated lot many integrated farming system models in different districts of the state. And we found that these integrated farming systems are quite sustainable, and they can provide good employment to the farm families, as well as they can also help in meeting the economic security of the farming community. Then there is need for skill development as well as capacity building. Although we have developed lot many technology, now if we see the technology ultimate, whether it has got percolated to the ultimate user or not, there is a big gap. So we have to see that how best our technology can reach to the ultimate users, and through which the benefit can be accrued by them. Then reducing poverty through inclusive agriculture and non-farm employment. This is very important, because nowadays only by primary production it is very difficult to enhance the farmer's income. We have to create the non-farm employment as well as processing right from field to the fork. In every step we have to develop value chain, so that the farmer's income can be double, and they can have the access to market, they can have the access to processing, post-harvest processing, post-harvest management, all these things. Then we must have the plan and programs or policies which are farmers friendly and which can really help the farmers in the long run. If we see the per capita availability of different agricultural produce, we see that we are quite comfortable in terms of fruits and vegetables, but still we are very much deficit, particularly in livestock product, meat, milk, eggs, all these products we are deficit. Moreover, so far oilseed production in the state is concerned, we have to go long way to fulfill our requirement, and there is tremendous scope for promoting oilseed cultivation in many areas of the state. Now, what options we have? We have to go for technology infusion, because the agriculture, modern agriculture, cannot be thought of if we do not go for technology-led agriculture. So technology infusion is very much important. Technology infusion in all aspects, all stages, and among all stakeholders. That is very important. Then, as I told you, that climate variability is a concern for our region, and under climate variability situation, how best we can help the farmer to increase their resilience through the available technology or already developed technology, and make them capable in facing that type of scenario. Capacity and skill development is very important. Unless and until we can build capacity among the stakeholders, including the educated youth, particularly in terms of mechanization, in terms of the protected cultivation, in terms of micro irrigation, whatever we say, that whatever modern technology is available now, unless and until we develop the skill as well as capacity of the stakeholders, then the very benefit of those technologies cannot be accrued. Therefore, this is one of the very important aspects. Then timely provisioning of the input is very much important, because particularly the seed, the manures, the biofertilizers, the pesticides, whatever it may be related to agricultural production, that has to be provisioned timely and at the easy reach of the farming community, because our accessibility is a problem. A farmer sitting in very remote area cannot come to the city for the purchasing of his agricultural input. Now we have to think how best this input can be made available at their doorstep. Similarly, the appropriate policy interventions are of very immense importance. Then use of the modern tools, particularly for information dissemination, right from the seed, price of the commodity, then the collection center, then transportation, storage, all these things needs the very easy and efficient way of communication. And for that matter, we have to go for modern tools and ICTs, and there must be convergence building among the different stakeholders. Since our motto or our aim is to develop the agriculture and allied sectors in the state, so the involvement of different stakeholders and their convergence is very important in order to get realistic benefit. Then what technology option we have, particularly in respect of hilly ecosystem, that too for states like Nagaland. Now, as I told you, that water harvesting or water use efficiency, increasing water use efficiency is very important for our state, because after the month of say October or November, we will be having lot of problem for water, and because of which we cannot go for the second or the third crop. So therefore, how best we can harvest the rainwater and use those harvested water more efficiently, that needs to be promoted among the farming community. Now, how ICAR is also involved along with the State Department of Agriculture and Horticulture, etc., in our addressing those issues that I will be discussing after a few minutes. Then conservation agriculture is also very important, because now under the changing climatic scenario, our natural resource degradation process has been accelerated. So how we can conserve our resources so that our productivity of our natural resources can be increased, as well as it can be sustainably kept for the future generation. Now, crops and varieties that needs to be developed having different stress tolerant ability. So in this context also, the ICAR Nagaland Center has been working on that how the varieties tolerant to or resistant to different stress, biotic and abiotic stress, can be developed, at least for the major crops, and that we are also working on that, and we have been promoting that type of varieties as well as crops in those areas. Then integrated farming system, as I have already told you, that this is very important, and ICAR Nagaland Center has already developed 4 integrated farming system model, and these models we have replicated in the farmers field of different districts. And I am very happy to share with all of you that 2 of our farmers from Nagaland, they got the prestigious National ICAR Award on integrated farming system. Then agroforestry, already the state has been practicing agroforestry in different locations, but there is also need for technological intervention to get maximum productivity of that agroforestry system. Then organic farming also, it is very important. Then crop and livestock farming, along with their scientific farming on crop and livestock with insurance, whatever facilities are there, that has to be put in place so that our farmers' risk-bearing ability can be enhanced. There is bare need for improving the post-harvest management of different horticultural crops, as well as spices like ginger, turmeric, and many fruits crop and vegetables. There is bare need, and there is also a lot of scope for use of renewable energy source in our agricultural production system. If we see the water resources, the entire northeastern region is having 10% of the country's water resources of 420 million hectometer. We are having, in northeastern region is having around 42 million hectometer of water resources, but we have miserably failed in utilizing the water resources in a proper way. Now, if we see the per capita availability of water also, this is in our region, it is the highest among the different states of the country. Now, Zoom, as I told you, that in Zoom is one of the practice which needs to be improved, and for that matter also, ICAR Nagaland Center has developed a lot many technologies, and we have been also in place. We are trying to improve the Zoom system with varietal infusion, then development of low-cost input use technology, then agricultural diversification, water harvesting, crop geometry, in-situ moisture conservation, use of farm tools and implements. Through this type of intervention, we have been trying to improve the existing Zoom system. And regarding the rainwater harvesting structure, which we have demonstrated, rainwater harvesting structure of 40,000 liter capacity, 30,000 liter capacity, as well as 8.75 lakh liter water holding capacity, we have been promoting, and the benefit, economic profitability, as well as the employment, increasing the employment opportunity, as well as diversification has been properly demonstrated among the farmers. Depending upon the location, depending upon the situation, the size, different sizes of water having structures, we have been promoting, and still we are continuing with that. And during last 2-3 years, we have been able to generate the water potential of about 162.25 lakh liter water harvesting capacity. Now, these are some of the photographs showing how this harvested water needs to be utilized more efficiently, particularly in the lean period, so that the high value crops can be grown and the farmers can get better return in the market. And we also need to think that how this harvested water can be utilized for multiple use. For example, livestock farming, for growing of horticultural crop, as well as other high value crop, including the water needs of the the different enterprises like cleaning as well as feeding of livestock and livestock sets. Another technology this center has developed, these rainwater harvesting structures can also be utilized for cultivation of for fish farming, particularly for some of the fish species like katla, rohu, mrigal, common carp. All these species can be well grown, well farmed in that type of rainwater harvesting structures. And within a period of 6 to 7 months, we have the record of getting up to 650 gram within a period of 5 to 6 months. Now, these are the different integrated farming system model we have promoted, because these models are aimed at increasing income than employment. We have seen that employment up to the 350 days in a year can be generated from a crop combination or from a farming system having the different components like agriculture, horticulture, fishery, piggery, as well as vermicompost. So this type of models we have demonstrated in different districts. Now, of course, we could not complete all the districts. In 5 districts, we have demonstrated these models, integrated farming system models. And we are also equally concerned about the utilization of the rice fallow or maize fallow by diversifying with different crops, more particularly the pulses and oilseeds. Now, pulses or oilseeds are relatively hardy crop, and utilizing the residual moisture after the harvest of paddy, we can go for this type of crop diversification. You know that sesame is one of the good candidates after harvest of maize, even in slopy land, and in case of plain land or where paddy is cultivated. There we can promote oilseeds like toria, pea, then sesame, linseed. So that type of oilseed crops we can promote in the rice fallow. Now, there is also need to develop the scientific technology, particularly for enhancing the water use efficiency, for conserving soil moisture. For that matter, we have given large-scale demonstration in different districts on crops like king chili, pineapple, and drip irrigation in banana. So these are some of the technologies which we have demonstrated at large scale in the farmers' field, and we are also working on the how we can screen out or develop some of the varieties which are tolerant to moisture stress condition, which are tolerant to other biotic and abiotic stress, and good information have been generated, and many of the generated lines or the land races as well as even the indigenous species of the state we have been demonstrated in other locations having those different type of stress. Unless and until we add value to our produce, then farmers' income, farmers are not getting proper return. So for that matter, we have been developing some of the protocols for developing fizzy drinks, then ready to RTS, as well as carbonated drinks, and also we have developed protocol for preparation of king chili sauce, king chili pickles like that. And we are also equally concerned about the climate change and how the carbon stock of our soils are getting depleted. Now, in order to restore that carbon stock, what type of strategy we need to follow? In all those aspects also we have been working, and we are under different land use system, maybe pineapple based or agroforestry or large cardamom based. Under different soil depth, we have been analyzing the carbon stock, and this carbon stock, whether it is in safe limit or how best we can increase that.
Wind up early.
Excuse me.
Can you please wind up?
Yeah, I am just going to. So these are some of the technology which we have been demonstrated among the farmers' field. Then in livestock sector, we are popularizing one of the very good breed of pig, that is the Rani breed, and we have also popularized the artificial insemination technology in pig for ensuring the better piglet as well as more number of piglet. And in case of artificial insemination, we have also developed some of the entrepreneurs. Now, these are some of the photographs showing the different activities of the center, and these are different, stakeholder meeting and other. Then we are also forecasting the meteorological real-time meteorological data and to the farming community through SMS service, through newspaper, publishing in newspapers. And as you know that agricultural development needs knowledge integration across the discipline. So that will, and across the stakeholders. So with this, I conclude my brief presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your activities and programs in our state. Our Next presenter will be Sri Albert Nguli, Joint Director, Nagaland Land Resource Department, Government of Nagaland.
Yeah. Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Yes. Okay, sir, you can go ahead.
Respected, Honorable Advisor, Nagaland Science and Technology, respected dignitaries, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to present innovations and innovative ideas that were promoted by the Department of Land Resources, Government of Nagaland. While showcasing the vision and mission of the department, I would like to just speak the genesis of the presentation that I'm going to make. Way back for the last more than 10 years, we have been implementing PMGSY watershed development component. And in the early years of this program, we have come across so much of water scarcity, especially drinking water and domestic water shortages in all the project villages. So we have come up with the what is called collaborative mode. We have come up with the
Slideshow.
Yeah, it's on slideshow. Don't you see?
Enlarge it.
Yeah. So
okay.
We have started pilot project on springshed management in Nagaland, and in the course of this planning and preparation of this implementation plan and water security plan, we had needed very accurate this hydrological data. So that was what had made us to think of collecting a very accurate information. And yes, we had we had been doing manually data collection manually, but we knew that there are so many errors in manual data collection. So we came up with this automated weather station. So here, this weather station captures mainly 5 parameters. One is wind speed in km/h. One is solar sunshine R, and then sunshine intensity, then rain gauge, then humidity and temperature. So the general detail of the automated weather station is that this automated weather station was developed and researched and developed by the technicians and programmers in the department, and it is the main component of the automated weather stations were 3D printed from our own this establishments, and it is very lightweight, compact, and modular. And since it is 3D printed and printed in-house, any damages or broken parts can be replaced easily. And we have built it to withstand the elements in remote places. And it is, as I had said earlier, it is remotely and automatically collected. So this it is devoid of human intervention. So it is very accurate. And this is customized. So we have programmed it to understand understand the two-way this information exchange with the remote station. So since it is programmed to understand the SMS code, it did not have to rely on 3G, 4G network. it works on SMS. So we can even check health status of the station, and also that collect data over 24 hours time in SMS, not necessarily through a 3G or 4G network. This is the information about the data station. The data station parses SMS data received from the remote station, and then this captures information, and then it can be shown, or we can view it in bar graph, line graph, or in the form of data list. So we store this in CVS or Excel file, and this remote station captures, as said earlier, rainfall information, wind information, humidity information, temperature, and sunshine. And data is collected over 24 hours, and it is sent to the this data station on 24 hours interval. The working methodology of this system is that the sensor collects data, and then this is transmitted to the receiving station or the server where it is controlled over 24 hours using SMS, the GSM technology, not necessarily 3G or 4G technology. And since in most of the remote places where these stations are installed, we don't have 3G, 4G networks, so we have developed and designed this station to work on SMS. Now this station parses data on SMS, and also we have standby card built in the data storage. In case of any failure in network, it can store the data and we can retrieve it later on. Yeah. So this is how the remote station works. The remote station, automated weather station, collects information, and then it is sent through GSM network to the receiving station, and it is parsed and then interpreted into different chart form. One is in this form. This is in linear form, where this figures are quantified, and you capture different information of your humidity, temperature, wind, sunshine, rainfall. Yeah, whatever.
It says that PowerPoint is not moving.
Oh, is it? Hello, excuse me, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please click on your slide.
Yeah, do you see the slide, list view, data in list view? Are you able to see the slide now?
We can see the slide, but it's not in full slide. Please put it on the full.
Okay, do you see now?
We can see, we can see.
Okay, so here different parameters are.
Full,
There's
can
some
you
problem.
please put in the full?
Okay, do you
full
see it
screen.
now?
We can see, but we want it on full screen mode, sir. Full screen mode.
Full
Yes.
screen.
Yes, like that. Yes, sir.
Do you see it now?
Wait, sir.
Yeah. Next,
I'm in slide 8. Do you see slide 8?
Yes, sir.
next.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, it should be in slide show mode. It is below there. Slide show mode is there, sir. You click it there. It is down there, right hand side.
The best to slide show mode
In this form. Okay, sirs, do you see this slide now? I'm in slide 8.
Yes, we can see your slide 8, but it's not in the slide.
Okay, though it is the screen is smaller, I think you can see better here.
Sir, please go to slide show mode. You right side of your screen, sir. It is there.
When I go to slideshow, sir, it seems it is not visible. So these are the linear this data, and then in this bar graph data, data in bar graph, and then hello, these are the different kind of data that we collect and depicts in different graphical form. Hello, do you see the pictures, the slides?
Yes, we can see.
I'm in slide 10.
Okay, okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is how this automated weather station captures data, and this is how the main parameters that we use in estimation of your evapotranspiration, soil moisture health, all this, and then your what is called rainfall, all this information we capture, and then we plan our this intervention using based on this data. So these are the this is one activity which was innovated and then developed by this department. We have other innovations also, but for this time we are showcasing this work. So we have installed in all the districts and in many locations within districts. These are few locations in different districts. With that, I end my slide. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your activities. Now, our next presenter will be Dr. Lily Sema, Principal, Kohima Science College, Jotsoma, Nagaland.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Chairperson. I would like to thank the Department of State Science and Technology and the organizers for having me here in this important program today on Sti Ecosystem in Nagaland. Chairperson and all the esteemed speakers present, I take this opportunity to share very briefly the research activities that are being carried out at Kohima Science College. Kohima Science College is an autonomous government PG college established in 1961. The college offers undergraduate and postgraduate programs with an enrollment of nearly 2,000 students. It is the only government college in the state to be aggregated A grade in both the first and the second cycle of assessment by NEC with 3.42 CGPA. The college was granted academic autonomy in 2014. The college also follows the choice-based credit system as per the UGC guidelines and national framework, and is offering 12 undergraduate programs, 7 postgraduate programs, and PhD programs in 5 departments. And today, can I go to the next one? And today, it is one of the premier colleges in the state offering science education. Can I have the next one? Excuse me. want to do the next one. Excuse me, can you see my screen?
No, madam, we are waiting for your screen to come up.
Okay, please bear with me.
Okay, ma'am.
Is it okay?
Yes, okay. Okay, ma'am.
Next
Go
one.
ahead.
Okay, thank you. Okay, then today, Kohima Science College is one of the premier colleges in the state offering science education. And the vision of the college is to develop into a research-driven education hub. So with the starting of PG and PhD programs since 2019, the college is steadily picking up research culture and activities in different areas. However, the trust area of research at Kohima Science College is Atmospheric Science Research Center, a center for research on severe weather systems. And today I'd like to share with you the activities of this center with some slides. The northeastern and eastern part of India is very much affected by severe weather systems such as extreme rainfall, lightning, hail, and squall. It causes extensive loss to the life and property in the region. Atmospheric Science Research Center, ASRC, was established in 1997 at Kohima Science College with an objective to study the severe weather systems over the northeastern and eastern part of India. It was established with a concept of a multi-institutional and multidisciplinary approach. The research center has multi-institutional observatories for data collection in synergy with the satellite observations from Earth observing satellites and weather research and forecasting model. For this research work, 2 stations have been set up, one at Kohima, Nagaland, and the other at Rampurhat College, West Bengal. These are the outdoor sensors at Kohima Science College with micro rain weather, perceivable disdrometer, automatic rain gauge, electric field mill, lightning detectors. So, and the working laboratory in the college. We have unit of high computing machine for simulation and forecasting of severe weather situation over the northeastern and eastern India. These are the outdoor sensors that have been set up at Rampur College, West Bengal, with the working laboratory. And there has automatic rain gauges has been, 10 automatic rain gauges has been set up across the state in Nagaland and at Rampurhat, West Bengal. We have access to satellite data. 3 satellites are used. Satellite observations from GPM are used for information on rain structures. INSET 3D for 2-dimensional image of cloud top temperature, and CloudSat for information on cloud only. This is a simultaneous satellite and ground-based observations of a typical thundercloud. It is the spatial distribution of cloud top temperature and lightning discharge at ground in terms of step change in atmospheric electric field. From this research project, research work, already 7 PhD degrees have been produced. These are the PhD thesis that has been awarded degree, and in the latest one was last year in 2020 for a study of regional variability of southwest monsoon system over Indian region. And there are 4 ongoing PhD theses. These are the title of the thesis. And in the last 15 years, 23 research publications have been brought out from this research center, and the total impact factor Clarivet is 51.54. These are the list of journals in which the papers were published, along with the impact factor. Members of this center has been participating in national and international conferences, workshops, and trainings. And for this research center, we have had 7 research projects, out of which 6 has been from ISRO and 1 from one under the government of Ministry of Education under RUSA. The research outcome of Atmospheric Science Research Center provides better understanding of the spatio-temporal variation of the characteristics of the severe weather systems in the region. There is a tremendous scope to integrate the observational systems with the WRF model to forecast the impending severe weather in the region. Proper mechanism can be developed to share the observational and simulated data generated under the research program to various government agencies. We are collaborating with Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, National Atmospheric Research Laboratory, Space Applications Center, ISRO Ahmedabad, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, Assam University, Silchar, Guwahati University, Guwahati, Jadavpur University, Kolkata, and we have also signed MOU with the Department of Environmental Psychology, University of Salzburg, Austria, and with the Center of Atmospheric Sciences, Dibrugarh University. The members of ASRC have been receiving rewards and recognitions like the Governor's Commendation Award 2019, Higher Education Meritorious Service Award, Brain Pool Award, and as a visiting scientist to Pukyong National University, Busan, South Korea, and a Certificate of Excellence, and so on. The college is gradually expanding its research programs by introducing the PhD courses in the following disciplines: physics in 2018, mathematics in 2019, and chemistry, botany, and zoology are starting this year. Our future plan is to upgrade the Atmospheric Science Research Center into a regional research center to be interfaced with various academic institutes and universities in the northeastern and eastern region to strengthen multidisciplinary collaborative research. And our concern, some of our concern are to implement the National Education Policy 2020 successfully, the need for highly qualified human resource, lack of fresh PhD scholars in the state to be accommodated in the higher education system is a matter of deep concern, and provision for more incentives for quality research to make it more attractive. Financial support from the following is thankfully acknowledged: Ministry of Education, Government of India; Department of Higher Education, Government of Nagaland; ISRO, Department of Space, Government of India. Thank you. With that, I end.
Thank you, Madam, for sharing your activities and research programs, particularly the weather study in the Northeast region. Thank you very much. Now, our next presenter will be Dr. Naveen Kumar Patle, Additional Commissioner and Ex-Director, National Bee Board and Director in Charge, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, GOI. Dr. Naveen Kumar?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Respected chairman of the program and other delegates, especially participants from Nagaland. Here, I would like to share my presentation, especially on Central Institute of Horticulture Nagaland, located at Medziphema, Nagaland. And as we know, Central Institute of Horticulture, CIH Nagaland, is one of the Institute of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. And it has been established in 2005-06 with a holistic approach for development of horticulture in Northern region. So now directly come to the slides. Can you see my slide now? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
sir. Yes, sir, we can see your slide.
Is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. So now the program is on, especially on our innovation, science and technology in Nagaland. And as we know, the various programs are being conducted by the Nagaland Department of Science and Technology. So here my reference is on Central Institute of Horticulture Nagaland. This institute is especially working on development of horticulture in whole Northern region. We have the mandate for whole Northern region, including Nagaland also. So here, before going to the next slide, we would like to focus on the area and production of fruits and vegetables in Nagaland. So if you analyze the data, especially in case of northeastern states, again we come to the state of Nagaland. So we have various crops, right from pineapple, banana, orange, passion fruit. Other crops are also there. These are the major crops, and vegetables also. A lot of crops are there. Then spices, large cardamom, chili, especially Naga chili, ginger. And in case of medicinal and herbs, we have many local cultivars of medicinal plants and herbs in Nagaland. So this is the wealth of Nagaland. And whenever you visit to the district of Nagaland, there you will find a lot of medicinal and herbal plants in district of Nagaland. So the background of the institute is already discussed. The institute has been established in the year 2005-06 to promote the scientific development of horticulture in northeastern region. Then another point, very important point is this institute has been spread in 43 hectare land at Medziphema. It is very adjacent to Sasad agriculture campus, and it is headed by a director. And we have now completed 14 years in the service of horticulture development in northern region. Then the major mandates of our institutes nowadays are training and capacity building programs for farmers, for rural youth, and for extension functionaries, especially the department people of horticulture and agriculture department. Those are working with the farmers. Apart from that, we have the program on technology demonstration and refinement. the technologies which has been developed in other institutes, especially ICAR institutes or SAU, State Agricultural Institutes, that technology we refine or we assess the technology at local conditions so that the farmers can adopt these technologies in farmers' field. Another major mandate is planting material production. You know, when you talk about the productivity of fruits crops or other horticulture crops in northern region, in somewhere we'll find a low productivity as compared to the national average also. So the role of planting material is very important, especially for fruits plants, because nowadays we promote the planting material propagation raised by vegetative propagation, and it gives the your true to type quality to the fruits, and also it gets less time to get the fruits from such kind of planting material. So we have 3-star nursery in our CIH, and we are producing planting material of various crops like mango, cashew, then your acid lime, khazi mandarin, and other citrus crops also. Apart from that, the major program we have initiated in the year 2017-18, that is the nursery accreditation. After the implementation of accreditation procedure in the country for getting quality planting material from nurseries, this program has become now major focus in the country, and especially in our point of view. We are accrediting nurseries in whole northern region, and till date we have accredited around 55 nurseries in whole northern region. We score them, we give them one kind of rating from 1 to 3 in case of fruit nurseries based on their facilities available and based on the criteria and based on the scorecard. Whenever our expert team visit to the nursery, including private nursery also. So in Nagaland also we have accredited around 15 nursery in Nagaland for your kiwi also, for cashew, and for other crops also. Then the skill development programs, these are again a major focus for us, because we need the skilled people in horticulture sector, in nursery sector, in post-harvest management, and in floriculture also. We need the skilled person so that they can be involved in some kind of entrepreneurship, or they can earn at their local level also. So we are running two kinds of skill development programs, especially on protected cultivation, floriculture, and second is on gardening. So these are the two skill development programs we are running, and we take around 20 to 25% in one program. It is a 1 month program. As per the Agricultural Skill Council of India, the skilling is required, and they were mandated. The program should be organized at least for 200 hours. So 200 hours is mandatory for skill development programs, and it takes around 1 month. This is a fully residential program, and we give free of cost training to the candidates screened by our committee based on the application we received from in various parts of the northern region. Another important point is promotion of protected cultivation. We have around 2 hectare land comes under protected cultivation, especially polyhouses, shade net houses. We have different models in protected cultivation, and we are demonstrating flowers of various crops under protected cultivation, including vegetable also, and we are giving the recommendation to the farmers whenever they come for training or any field visit is there in our field, and also we conduct some training program at a field level also. Then very important mandate is post-harvest management, because production is there, you can improve the productivity also, but post-harvest management is very important. Whatever surplus, market surplus, or whatever surplus at family level, how we can go for post-harvest management, including value addition and packaging. So these are the very core area, because we want to bring the material, bring the produce in the market in kind of packaging or in kind of any value addition. So this is the very important sector. Under that, we are running 3-month certificate course for the rural youth people, and they apply to the institute for getting the this 3-month certificate course, and we give very rigorous practical training on post-harvest management. Apart from that, we conduct a lot of marketing linkages program, especially bioseller meet and other market linkage program. We are also invite to the FPOs, farmers producer organizations, who want training on marketing linkages, how to make the linkages with other people in different markets. These are the very important program for us. Now we come to the major achievements in last 12-15 years. CIH, I already discussed, CIH spread its wings in every part of the northern region through state horticulture department, through KVKs, and through state agricultural institutes also. And as I said, we have accredited 55 nurseries in the northern region, and we are in process of more nurseries to be accredited by CIH. Then apart from that, we have fruit blocks. This is the mother fruit block, because for nursery you should have the mother plants of very unique quality. I mean, from your desired characters, it should be there in mother fruit blocks, so that we can take the material, especially cyan material, from the mother blocks, and we can develop the new plants for further plantation. And apart from this, we have very model demonstration on polyhouses activities, especially from northern point of view. Then other than this, we are conducting many skill development program. Right now, we have trained around 400 rural youth through skill development program, and some they adopted their entrepreneurship or some kind of income generation activities, and they are doing well. Then apart from that, we have various infrastructure in the campus, and this is the training institutes, training and demonstration institutes, to be sure of the infrastructure, so that people can come, they can take the training, and they can disseminate the knowledge to the other person. Then another is important point, we have taken a lot of initiatives, especially in beekeeping, and even mushroom production unit. These are the new secondary activities which can give the extra income to the farmers. And the spices, from national point of view, there is a tremendous scope for spices crops, especially productivity point of view. And also some new crops we are introducing, like dragon fruit. We call it kamalam. Then avocado. These are the new fruits which are coming in northern region. But the important is that we have to work on very scientific package of practices for these fruits plants, especially the new fruits plants from northern point of view. Then we have various training programs, especially for, I already told you, the training of officers from state horticulture department. Sometimes many colleges, they approach us, they send the students to us for training. We invite them also, especially in post harvest management program, because the person who is taking degree or who is graduating from the college, any college, at least if they want to take up these activities, especially value addition, they can come to the institute and they can apply us. Around the year, we conduct the programs, especially based on the strength of the candidate. Then another is farmers training. We are conducting both kind of training, on campus, off campus. Nowadays, because of this COVID protocols and all, we are conducting many online programs for farmers and other stakeholders also. Then sometimes many exposure videos are conducted in our CIH from the department. So these are the program, especially for the from our CIH. Then in mother block, we have different crops like citrus, guava, mango, cashew, and these are the mother blocks. Why we call it mother blocks? Because you need to maintain proper quality of mother blocks, so that you further propagate the planting material for selling, for demonstration, or for farmers' point of view. Then again, root stock is very important. So nowadays we are also emphasizing on the quality of root stock, because your root stock and cyan material both should be quality, both should be superior as per the quality point of view, so that you can deliver the best plant to the farmers, so that they can further take the good yield from the field. Then you can see we have cashew mother block, we have amla mother block, peach mother block, and guava also. And as far as technology is concerned, in northern region now, we have very small and marginal farmers having low land. I mean, the acreage is very low in case of small and marginal farmers, and they are cultivating the crops at very small piece of land, sometimes unrooting land. So this high density planting of guava in somewhat subtropical region, we are promoting high density guava in northern region, so that in the minimum, at least in minimum land or minimum unit area, they can get good yield by adopting the this high density plantation of guava. Then again, under another crop is there, that is the mango also. So we have the mother block in our campus, and we have assessed many varieties of mango. But again, which variety is suitable for Nagaland condition, especially in subtropical region, in plain area, because in Nagaland there are at least two kinds of agroclimatic zones are available. So depends on the agroclimatic zones, we have to select the varieties based on their performance. Then another important point is there is nursery accreditation. Already we have the expert team. They accredit the nurseries in entire northern region based on their infrastructures available and based on the criteria as per our accreditation norms. So we are also accrediting the kamalam, dragon fruit plants in the whole northern region. Then apart from this, the certificate course is also there. The another important point is here why we call it science and technology, because nowadays people talk about the attractive packaging, attractive value addition. Even if you talk about, let's say for example, pineapple, your passion fruit, your kiwi, your khasi mandarin. So these are the wealth available in Nagaland conditions. But thing is that now the time has come to process all this fresh material in any kind of value-added products, so that the unique quality of these produce can be sold to other people in other area, so that our farmers can get the good price. So we are doing very rigorous training program through practical mode in case of post-harvest management, and the farmers, generally rural youth, they take a lot of interest in such kind of training, and they come here, and after going back to their home, they start at least at least a small scale, they start their value addition at home scale also. Then packaging is very important nowadays. If you want to sell your ginger candy also, you should have very good attractive packaging. In case of kiwi also, because last year we conducted one program with the farmers of your Fuzoro area, and we have graded their kiwi, and we have packed their kiwi in very attractive packages. And just as a support, we have conducted one program, and also some few quantity we have sent to the other markets, and it is liked by many people. So such kind of programs we are running through the institute for upliftment of the farmers in Nagaland condition. Then various products we are developing, and we are developing the protocols because already some protocols are already available. Many students have worked on that, but thing is that you have to make them adaptable in your local condition, so that your people can come and they can learn the very low cost technology of processing and value addition for horticulture products. Then another important is floriculture. This people in Nagaland, not only in Nagaland, whole northern region, the flowers, people are fond of flowers, especially your anthurium, gerbera, and other flowers also, so orchids. So here again, I would like to emphasize the important point is from technology point of view, we have two kinds of technology. One is but the cost involved, because you need the big structure, and it requires the expenditure also. Although we have these schemes for promotion of such kind of structures, but again the investment is required. So now we are emphasizing on low cost production technology, especially from northern point of view. So the farmers or the rural youth or even students, they can visit to our institutes, and they can see how the low cost technology is working in case of vegetables, especially in your low tunnel poly houses, or you can say rain shelter houses in case of your vegetables production or flowers production. Then important point is vegetable. Again, we have to produce around the year, so definitely then you need the structures, so you can produce the vegetables around the year, and then you can sell to the other people, and you can earn the income. Then a very important point is we are assessing many varieties of plain areas at northern conditions, because sometimes all the varieties do not perform. We should not recommend any varieties which are not performing well at our conditions. So before recommending, we should assess the varieties developed in plain region. So we have assessed a lot of varieties, like in case of okra, arcana mica. These are all ICAR varieties in case of Indian beans. Then in case of your yardlang bean is performing very well in your Nagaland condition. And since 3 years, we are assessing this variety, and it is giving very best result. I mean, best result means if you compare scientifically, your BC ratio should be high, so that you can say, you can recommend to anybody, okay, this variety is suitable for our conditions. Then in case of your bottle gourd also, we have varieties developed by our assessed by our CIH. Then another point is now mostly the northern region, they have the potential of organic farming, and already our farmers and our government also promoting organic farming through schemes and through demonstration also. But important is the use of organic inputs at your field. If you are purchasing the organic inputs from market, again you are going to increase your cost of production, then definitely you will lose the profit. So we recommend how to make the locally at your farm the different kinds of organic inputs, especially vermicompost, then Jivamrit, then Sanjeevak. These are the organic inputs we are developing at our institutes for demonstration purpose, and we also train the farmers to adopt these technologies so that they can make such kind of organic inputs at their farm and they can use in their crops. So this gives it will reduce the cost of cultivation instead of going to the market to purchase such kind of organic inputs. And our farmers, if they adopt such kind of technologies, definitely they will get good return. And also there is one kind of faith if they develop the organic input at their farm also. Now the marketing point of view, we conduct a lot of agribusiness promotion programs for every crops. We conduct biocellular meet also. We are conducting online biocellular meet also, because since last 2 years the people are seeing towards the northern people to take the advantage of organic fruits and other produce also. So we are conducting many programs, we are participating in many programs also. Apart from that, we are emphasizing the people to come in this field. Last year we have launched one program by Honorable Minister in case of kiwi, because the packaging and the boxes packaging, these are very important thing. Grading also is very important thing. So we can think on that. And also we are always there to promote the farmers for in case of post-harvest management or in case of marketing point of view. Now the important is, now the time has come, we should not work in silos. Now the time has come, we should increase our outreach. So in the process of increasing outreach of different parts of the northern region, we are working with other organizations also for technical collaboration or technical help. We are helping them. Whomsoever who comes to us for technical help, we are always there. We have our team, they give the guidance to them, and even sometimes we also conduct the demos. Likewise, I give the example of one very important introduction of onion. Onion is being produced in Nagaland. It's not new, but thing is that if you have the good varieties, if you produce by seed, and you can increase the productivity. So in this point of view, we have conducted this onion demonstration program in the villages since 2 years, and we have found 2 varieties of onion is suitable for those conditions, and the farmers have adopted this technology, I mean this variety, and then they have started the production of onion. So this is a very successful program from our institute, and the farmers are coming forward to increase the area in case of onion, so that they can get also good price, and the farmers, especially consumers, they can get the onion from Nagaland only. So another important intervention is there with many organizations. We are working with them, especially technical collaboration. And apart from that, we are giving services to provide the quality planting material to the farmers. People come there, they see our nurseries, and they pick up the plants from there. We have some minimum rates for selling up plants. So thing important is we suggest them to take the good planting material, because if you select the good planting material, definitely you will get the good produce. So this is the backbone. The quality planting material is the backbone for productivity. So we have a lot of programs here. Then in the end, I would like to again thanks to the organizers to invite me in such a wonderful program. I hope this program will give the inputs from my side to make some policy paper or to adopt some kind of your procedures in your organizations. Thank you very much.
For sharing the different activities on the horticulture by your institute. Thank you so much. And now our last but not the least presenter, Dr. Temsula Jamir, Joint Director, State Agriculture Research Station, Mokokchung, Nagaland. Ma'am, you can take your time.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Respected Chairperson, esteemed officers under Science and Technology Council, and distinguished speakers from respective sectors, thank you very much for this opportunity to participate in the celebration program of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And today, I would like to highlight the various activities undertaken at State Agriculture Research Station, Isimyong. Now, this is our front view of the office. Now, I would like to give a brief introduction about the station. State Agriculture Research Station was established at Isimyong in the year 1988 by the Department of Agriculture under Science and Technology Cell. It is 15 kilometers away from Mokokchung town at an altitude of 1,500 meters, 50 meters above mean sea level. Two SARS substations are located at Tuli, which is 320 meters above mean sea level, and Woka, 1,310 meters above MSL, for conducting research activities at different zones. Now, the objective of SARS mainly is to attend to the local problems and conduct relevant research activities relevant to the field of agriculture and allied sciences, provide need-based, location-specific research works, identify, test, evaluate, and conserve promising indigenous crop germplasms, develop alternative land use options for shifting cultivators, technology transfer through training and demonstration, study climate resilient technology for traditional farming systems, and undertake collaborative research works with other institutions. Now, we have had a lot of researches that have been conducted, but the current research and trials I will be just showing. So the first one is Indigenous Upland Rice Improvement Breeding Program. This is the current research that we are doing. This experiment was carried out with the objective to improve upland paddy cultivars for drought resistant and high yielding. So for this, 4 identified promising upland paddy land races, SARS-1, SARS-2, SARS-5, and Ungpangtsuk of Nagaland were used in this breeding program. The F1 generation were found superior to its parent plant, which is in the picture. The F1 plant is healthier than the parent plant. Then another research that we are doing is analysis of genetic diversity in upland paddy land races of Nagaland. This is to assess the genetic diversity and purity of local cultivars, to find out the best performing genotypes for further breeding program. Here in this experiment, a total of 15 treatments were taken with 3 replications. Another study on performance of zucchini or summer squash varieties with doses of organic fertilizer under Isimyong condition of Nagaland. So in this, this is a non-traditional crop for Naga farmers. Hence, experiment was conducted for this adaptability and has been found to be suitable under Isimyong condition. It is a very short duration crop with good market potential and has several health benefits. Next is effect of sowing data on growth and seed yield on sunflower under Isimyong condition. So this experiment was also taken up looking at the fact that the sunflower oil is much in demand and is a health issue. And so we had done this in this Kharif season. The results are yet to be out. Next is evaluation of growth and yield of different varieties of chilies. This experiment also has been successful with all the varieties that we have taken along with the local variety. Next is experiment on different determination of optimum date of sowing of jowar or sorghum. This is also not a traditional crop. This has been identified as climate resilient crop due to its drought tolerant trait and can withstand adverse climatic condition of Nagaland. It can be cultivated as insurance cropping. Early sowing date is recommended due to its long duration. This also is, we have done research on different varieties of millets as well, which are climate resilient crops. Now, genetic studies on perilla, local cultivars. Here we had taken 12 varieties of local cultivars of perilla procured from different districts. And in the experiment, we had found that Isemyong 1 and Isemyong 3, which we are yet to name, these genotypes were found promising and is recommended. It is cultivated for culinary purpose, value addition, and has medicinal value. Farmers plant this crop in the field borders to keep away rodents. Now we also have Jung fields. So this is the Jung field activity for seed multiplication. Since we have identified Semangchuk and Lokamchuk as a very high yielding local cultivars of paddy. And so seed exchange program has been going on for the past 2 years now. And so we are cultivating the Jung for seed purposes. In comparative studies on growth and yield parameters on national paddy varieties and local cultivars, this study was conducted on 6 different paddy varieties. One is Mehura, this is the local variety, and the national varieties are MTU, DDRH, CAU, IR64, and Chare. The local cultivar Mehura is found promising and is at par with the national varieties. It is also resistant to pests and diseases. Now we conduct trainings and demonstrations, and so we entertain a lot of groups. So training activities with farmers, SHGs, NGOs, Atma, and also for student bodies. And so these are some pictures. The experiments undertaken during last Rabi is evaluation of integrated nutrient management on growth and yield of garlic. We know that garlic is grown in kitchen gardens and not in large scale, but in this experiment, we had found that it is doing very well in our condition as well. And so in this integrated nutrient management, the materials that we used were wood ash and vermicompost. Second was wood ash and Annapurna, which is an organic fertilizer, wood ash and pig manure, and wood ash and vermiwash. And so the performance that the best performance was procured from wood ash and vermicompost. But the rest also were at par with each other. Now, varietal trials on broccoli, this also was done, which performed very well. We also have had observation on performance of onions. Like the previous speaker had said, we do not go for large-scale cultivation of onions, which are very, which give economic returns to the farmers. And so to encourage the farmers, we had conducted this demonstration, and this performance had done very well. Now, the Agriculture Department has documented 867 paddy land races, both upland and lowland of Nagaland. Conservation of paddy germplasm has been one of the fundamental objectives of the institution. Presently, 254 land, excuse me, paddy land races of both upland and lowland has been collected from different districts of Nagaland and conserved in the mini gene bank, which was installed through the assistance of National Adaptation Fund for Climate Change Project, Nagaland. Now, again, this is the mini gene bank that we have, and the officials who had come for monitoring, the NABARD officials. These are the photographs. And some promising local cultivars of paddy identified so far, which are, we have listed very few, but we have a lot of other cultivars as well. Sengmangtsuk is one Jum cultivar, which takes about 160 days. Its yield record is 53 quintals per hectare, and this is very high according to, in comparison with the national varieties. This is also stress tolerant and resistant to bird menace. Manansuk is usually cultivated in the second year of June and compatible in various agro-eco situations of Nagaland without much variation in yield. This paddy cultivar has been identified by SARS as a climate resilient crop and takes about 148 days to mature. It is hardy and can withstand moisture stress and grows well under marginal or low soil fertility condition. Mehuru is one which is under SARS 6 series. This has been identified as a high yielding local cultivar under wet terrace rice cultivation from Kohima. It is a short duration cultivar and resilient against harsh climatic conditions, pests and diseases. Grains are long, slightly slender with a yield of 47 quintals per hectare, which is at par with the yield of national varieties. We also have presently a project called National Adaptation Fund for Climate Change, where SARS is the executing entity. The project title is Gene Pool Conservation of Indigenous Rice Varieties under Traditional Integrated Rotational Farming System, JUM Optimization, for promoting livelihood and food security as climate change adaptation strategy in Nagaland. Like we all have heard from the previous speakers that the adverse effect of JUM and the negative opinions, it all varies from scientist to scientist. And in places where JUM is bound to happen because of the water scarcity for feeding of the wet rice cultivation, SARS has conducted a lot of studies in improvement of JUM. And so in incorporating of improved JUM systems, JUM also is not a very vital, not a very evil practice as conceived by many. And so in this NAFCC program, in situ field gene bank was established in this in the left-hand side of the picture. So here, this plot of land has been cultivated for 3 years continuously. And so slash and burn of forest has been discouraged in this practice for a long time, for a gap of 3-4 years. And so this is the 4th year of the same field, previous picture. So here JUM intensification with leguminous crops and Tithonia species is done. So after this intervention, if we go for the 5th year JUM, then the yield of the paddy in that 5th year JUM will be equivalent to the 2nd year yield. And so this has been studied and proven, and we always encourage the farmers coming here for trainings to adopt this measure. This is also in situ field gene bank, that is WRC in SARS. We have collected many cultivars from other districts, and we have cultivated them, and we are storing them in the gene bank. Now, in the same NAFCC project, other activities that are taken is survey collection of germplasm, characterization and documentation, in situ conservation of field gene bank, JUM and TRC rice, JUM intensification at SARS. So these are the activities undertaken at SARS, whereas we have other departments involved in NAFCC, where agriculture, soil and water conservation, environment, forest and climate change, horticulture, fishery, they are also included in this project. So loose boulder check dams, planting of course cereals and pulses, plantation of area specific tree species, traditional rice propagation, intercropping with climate change resilient crops, planting of horticultural crops along contour lines, agroforestry, regeneration of forest in fallow lands, farm ponds and water harvesting structure, and in income generating activities, we have included honey, sericulture, land resources, animal husbandry, and veterinary sciences services. Now, the key concern for effective science and technology innovative ecosystems are, we have just listed a few. The traditional landholding system in Nagaland is the biggest hurdle in taking up and implementing development projects. On selection of site by the village authority, jhum is cultivated for 2 years in the same plot of land. Of course, where villages have a large area of land, they cultivate only for 1 year. And so they again go for fresh jungles. However, permanent settled farming is not feasible to all due to different land laws and common land shareholding system, except by the individual having their own land. In the next point, agriculture production in the state could be enhanced significantly if land use system is well organized within the village authority and farmers with respect to jhum cultivation. With the advancement of technology and better crop varieties, indigenous germplasm are endangered. It is an earnest request to the scientific community to advocate the importance of local crop varieties which are time-tested and found resilient to adverse climatic conditions. So with this, I end my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam, for sharing your activities on research by your research station. I hope your concerns are recorded. Now, for the vote of thanks, it will be given by Dr. Nesatele Hesse, scientist di Nagaland Science and Technology Council. Madam, I request you to please give the vote of thanks.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon to all of you. On behalf of Nagaland Science and Technology Council, Department of Science and Technology, I want to thank Dr. Davapriya Deva, Advisor and Head, SSTP, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, for giving the platform to this celebration and make it happen. And also for giving us the opportunity to host this event. My sincere thanks goes to Dr. Rashmi, Scientist E, Ravikant, Scientist B, for their continuous support and guidance. I want to give a special thanks to all the speakers representing various R&D institutions, ICAR, academic institutions for their time and excellent presentations, for highlighting your work related to STI ecosystem in the state. I also would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to all the participants from various S&T councils and departments across the country for taking part and giving time to be with us virtually for 3 long hours and listening to all the talks throughout the session. On a very special note, I want to express my sincere thanks to our advisor, Science and Technology, Principal Secretary and Chairman, ex-officio director, member secretary, and my colleagues for their continuous support in organizing this event. Today, it is a wonderful, and in fact, it's a great day for all of us, getting to update each other's activity. And I should say this is just the beginning. We will be looking forward to many more in this 12 months time celebration under different themes, where we will be engaging with every institution and looking forward for continuous support and bringing about synergy among the S&T institutions for progressive STI ecosystem and moving toward Atma Nirbhar Bharat. Thank you all.
Now we give time to our chairman for conclusion remark.
Thank you, Dr. Nessa, for proposing the vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of today's inaugural program. Hope it was an informative and fruitful session. Through the presentation from different S&T councils, we hope that it will act as a catalyst and brings synergy between all state S&T councils and Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, to achieve our goal of self-reliant India. Thank you all. Have a good day. And I request all the participants to switch on their camera so that we'll have a screenshot. Thank you.
Somebody switch on your camera.
Kindly switch on your camera. Participants, if you're still around. Participants, please switch on your camera.
I don't know, some are not switching on their
Yeah.
cameras.
So why not tell them? Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you.